Hello and welcome to Embrace Eternity podcast, co-hosted by Becca and Cass,
where we talk about Mass Effect, Dragon Age, other games, and pretty much anything else we want to talk about. So join us and embrace eternity.
So today we are going to talk about our non-spoilery first impressions of the first 10 hours, the trial of Mass Effect Andromeda, like what we liked, what we thought was cool, what we're excited about, that sort of stuff.
I'm still real shaken. I'm just like, the thing is, when it was up for preload, I didn't know we'd be able to play right then. And so when I clicked on it just like to see, and it opened, like I had a little bit of a heart attack. I was like, oh no, what? And then my timer started. I was like, what am I doing? And all my cats were with me. So I was like, oh shit. So I went into hustle mode and I played for like 5 hours or 4 hours the first day. And man, whew.
It was, I don't know. I was still at work when that happened, and I was so jealous. I was like, I want to.
Well, you watched it before. I had to suffer while you were watching.
That's true.
You knew things.
That's true.
But you're right.
I watched
it is
so
different.
many playthroughs.
I wanted it to be fresh, and it was. So I'm glad I didn't, ruin it because, well, for me, it would have ruined it. But
Yeah, Taylor and Cherie, they both said the same thing. They were like, I want it to feel fresh and new. And I was like, I'm like a gross dog. I want to roll in it and eat it and then shit it and then roll in it again. That's how I am.
Maybe not the shitting thing, but we appreciate your enthusiasm.
Oh, that's what the dogs I've met do.
Yeah, well, you can watch both of us play some of it, all of it for me, and then some of it for Becca. It's on your YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Glitter Fang.
It's a stream of me playing it.
And then I think mine is 5 parts on my personal YouTube, Elven Tempest. Yeah, so. And I used a writer. I mean, I don't think it's, the CC, of course, was a real, tsunami. People are still freaking out. At this point, I've kind of, I hope that they fix eyes and skin textures. And if they don't fix anything else, you know what? Whatever. That's Mass Effect, okay? I look like a potato for the other games. So at this point, my character isn't a potato, so I'm somewhat happy with that, But, I don't know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But what was my point? I got distracted by the CC. I played with a character that when I look back now after making the real rider that I'm using for my first play, I'm like, oh my God, you're hideous. You're a hideous child. You disgust me. But, it's not her fault.
No.
But yeah, so you can totally watch our, plays. I think mine is 5 hours. I don't know, 6? Maybe not.
Yeah.
So, Becca?
Let's see. Well, I don't know. I've been reading a lot of this stuff about people complaining about the graphics, like the animations, and I just want to be like, do you know what game you're playing? This is Mass Effect. This is BioWare. They have a small animation team, and it's never been good. If that's what you were playing Mass Effect for, then I don't know why you were playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people were talking about how they were comparing it to The Witcher 3, which I agree is one of the best facial animations.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
But that's different, people. I don't know how long it took them to make that, but it's a huge team. And honestly, I think the goofy animations are hilarious because
it's endearing.
Yeah, it is. And for the first, I want to say it was within the first 20 minutes, there was a scene where the animation, the lips went up to the nose. It was so beautiful, and it just reminded me of Mass Effect, the trilogy, and I was like, this is home. I don't care. I like it. I mean, I agree that if they wanted to, I don't know, that might be really hard. Listen, at this point, the whole sorry bloop bloop face, that's a thing. You know, it's just how it is. So I'm okay with it. I mean, I don't mind. To be honest, like the first time there was some bugs, like Lexi's arms were up, like she was doing Pilates. But yeah, that didn't happen the second time. I haven't really experienced anything buggy. One time the graphics were a little zaggy. But otherwise, you know, it's been good. I'm running on a 1070 NVIDIA card and I've been pretty happy, you know. Like I've been hearing my card though, because I don't usually play on Ultra, and I've been hearing it do like it's been working. Which makes me a little nervous, but that's what you buy it for. And I think the card I have just does that anyway. So yeah, I haven't had any bugs like that. I know you had some. If you want to talk about anything you've experienced that was annoying.
Well, okay, so I don't want to be spoilery, but there was like a part where you're trying to shut down some generators, and like I guess I had killed all of the cat that were in that area, but it still didn't register that I'd killed them all, so I had to reload it and kill like another couple of waves, and then I was finally able to turn the generator off. But I mean, I wasted like at least 30 minutes trying to turn off and on all the generators when really the problem was the ket weren't generating properly. So that was fun.
They're dumb. Awful. Big dummies.
But I mean,
But nothing else, no like graphical things.
No, I mean, the only other thing that bothers me is the eyes. Like, honestly, the facial animations don't bother me at all. Like, the kind of, like, goofy way they move their arms and stuff like that. It's fine. It's BioWare. Like, I find it endearing. But the eyes look like... They kind of look like fake contacts sometimes. Not everybody's. Like, Cora's are beautiful. And
yeah, you know, I still think hers... I mean, I think everybody could use... Because if you don't have brown eyes... It just is strange. But I will say, like, flat. One pleasant thing about the Angara is that Jaw's eyes are, like, really pretty. I mean, yeah, I would probably always be like, hey, let's get some better textures on this. But yeah, the eyes are definitely something that could use help. And there's constructive criticism people are throwing out. So we can just hope that maybe within the next year.
Fingers crossed.
But really, what really bothers me, and it's kind of funny, I didn't notice because I'm not making any pale characters, but there's a lot of people who are like, I want a pale skin, and there isn't really pale skin, which I think is funny because you and I have talked about it, but a lot of the skin tones are really orange, and the textures are very textured, which is good. Like you can see pores, but there's like these weird creases that happen. And it actually, I've noticed it on the necks a lot, like, and the cheeks, and I put scars on my first person. And it just, I think the problem is textures and coloring. I want those to be fixed. Like animations, whatever, too late on that. But I think it's much easier. We need to have a better texture on the eyes, give more depth. A bunch of people have written the post and I sent it to you, but I just adding like how lighting, I don't know, if you even just darken the eyes a little bit, add some complexity to the coloring. It's just like when Suvi looks at me, I don't feel happy. I feel alarmed.
Hers are one of the worst because they're so like
they're bright and they'd
blue,
be beautiful,
but they don't like absorb any light, and so they just look
dead. And I think that's, you know, I hope they are actually working on these things. But I always worry that when they're done, they're just like, well, that's it. I picture them like Mike Gamble takes off his hat and he leaves. And he's like, dun, 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 nothing now. But they've been pretty good about it though. So, and but I'm really happy at least because people were like, when they tested a previous build, they were like, oh, it crashed a lot, but I didn't have any crashing.
No, me either.
So for launch day, if anyone hasn't played the trial, you should be good. I mean, as long as your PC is up to the challenge, which it's a decent challenge, but
it is.
It's okay.
Oh, another fun thing is if you want to play multiplayer, okay, so if you play on Origins, and you've downloaded like ME3 or Inquisition or any of those games, apparently you get a bonus. You get bonus packs for like loyalty. Like I had a DAI loyalty and an ME3 one, and I think I got 2 or 3 each from just having it in my Origin like thing that I bought.
Yeah.
So
that was awesome. I didn't know. You told me. I was like, wait.
Fun fact.
I had like 8 of them.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I'm a little confused because it didn't seem to register like our deluxe items. So I'm wondering if that was the inclusion of our multi things in there, like from the pre-order bonus.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Either way, you got like a cool lady Turian.
Yeah, she thick. I'm excited.
I didn't. I got lame. I wouldn't. Well, that's not true. I didn't get anything I'd really want to play, but you know, I did get a strike team, and they were called. Oh my god, it was something really stupid, like a rock band name, Steiner or something. I was like, okay, but there was a Solarian and I think a Turian and a Sorry. So you know, you got your all Turian team, and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I got excited about that strike team. I was like, they're all Turians.
Yeah.
They knew.
Yep. I didn't really, I mean, you didn't spend any time playing multi, did you?
Nah.
Yeah. I opened it up. I sent some strike teams out, which is a thing you can do.
Yeah.
I think that's when I recruited that team. Anyway, I don't know anything about that. I didn't notice though that it's not really a spoiler, but there is like a vid like there was in the other games. So basically a hologrammy person will show up. I didn't realize until my second run that like you could click that and talk to that person.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I didn't have to go back to the Nexus to have any conversations, which was great. And I really like the little oh gosh, what are they calling that? But you know, the circle thingy with the strike team and then the research. Oh god, there's something else on there. But I love it. What did you think of the Tempest?
It's so beautiful. I got all like, well, okay, so it's beautiful, but I have such bad like sense of direction. I feel like I spent so much time being like, wait, what end of the Tempest am I on?
Yeah, I love the ladder thing though. Like,
yeah,
that's a great utilization of space.
I agree.
And it does. People are like, it feels bigger than the Normandy, and it does, because I think there's like all the space is used, and also you're not on an elevator. I just like it a lot. It's good.
Yeah,
I like where everybody
is. Huh?
I like where everybody is. Like they're little, and I saw people walking around, and it was nice. What were you saying?
I was just gonna say that the Normandy had a lot more like open space, and like you were saying, the Tempest definitely like utilizes. It feels like they use more like space. They use it more efficiently. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Where like the fact that there's 2 stories, but they're like, I don't know, it just makes more sense. Whereas the Normandy, it felt like there's a lot of space that was kind of wasted.
True. I hate to bring this up, but didn't the Turians like construct the Normandy? Like, wasn't that based on their like model of how they do ships, and that's why it was so special?
Yeah, it was human Turian combined effort, and that's why it was like a big deal, because you know it had only been 30 years since the first contact thing.
Yeah, and that was like a huge thing. But doesn't Callow say that, you know, he worked on the team that built the Tempest? So I'm assuming it was all Solarian team?
Probably.
Yep. Okay. Solarian. What's the word? Not building. Solarian craftsmanship apparently is better. What can I say? I
mean, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think the Turians are a bit too...
They're all in the military. I don't think there's very many carpenters. Yeah,
they're not really thinking about, well, this could also look good. And like where was my, oh my God, I'm always going to forget what you call it. You know, with the plants, whatever the hell they call that room.
Blueprints?
Like,
no, wait. Oh.
No, with the plants.
Aviary. Or no.
I
Atrium?
I don't
Aviary's
know.
got birds in it.
I think the atrium is on the Nexus. I don't know, but listen, there are plants in there. I'm not going to spoil anything else about that, but yeah, I was really pleased with the setup as well, and I like the levels. I don't know, it's a really good design. I forget who the person is who worked on the Tempest, like, is their big, like, oversaw that, but it's some woman that works at BioWare, and I remember being like, everybody thank her because she really did do a great job. So I'm sorry I don't know her name, but you did a great job, and it's worth it. It's worth it. That's right. Anything else about the Tempest?
I mean, I like that people, and they move around, right? Like
I caught Cora walking about, and I think Lexi, she was on the move.
Yeah, I saw Liam go from where we initially talked to him at the research center, and then later he was somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't spend too much time there because I wanted to get stuff done. Plus, I did 2 plays, so I didn't have like a ton of, But I kind of rushed through my second one. And you can really rush through it, but like I wouldn't. I mean, how about, what did you think of the what's the word? Combat.
It's super fun. I was really concerned because from all of the videos, I was like, this looks hard. I'm not good at like figuring things out.
That was a lie. I don't know who was saying those things and reporting those things, but have you played a video game in your life? I'm just wondering, because these people that were in the previews, like, complaining about the gameplay, maybe it was really different though. Like, they were on a previous build. So I'm just thinking, did a lot change? But anyway, go ahead. I'm here with you.
I don't know. I just, like, when I got in there, I was like, oh, this is super fun. Because I was really, I mean, I played on casual, so that also take that into account. But like,
oh, we need to mention the narrative before I forget, that there's a narrative option, which is lesser than casual, which PS on replays I might do, because that seems really, I don't know what that's going to be like.
Me either.
The secret that they don't tell you is, in a lot of games I've played, when you play on casual, it feels harder than on normal. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because your skills are tuned down. I don't know, but I swear, like, I played on normal for the second one, and I don't think it was very difficult at all, frankly. Like, casual, it was real easy. But when I got to normal, there was just enough HP that I felt like there was a challenge, and I just had a lot of fun too. What did you play as a scrapper? Probably.
Yeah, I was a scrapper.
Yeah, nice. I tried tech. Was the whatever it's called, the tech thing, and the biotic, and I definitely prefer the biotic with some tech in there.
Yeah, the biotic is so
a lot of fun. I had flamethrower. I used, both of them had, overload. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other one I think was throw, and I'm loving it. Like, I'm McDonald's today. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's so much fun. I can be in the air, and as someone who recently started playing Overwatch and loves Pharah, who has jump packs essentially, and she jumps in the air and can float and do bombs, I can do that on the regular now in a game. I'm just in the air shooting at people, and it's wonderful. They didn't advertise that, but I'm just like up in the air hovering, shooting cat. And I'm like, I don't know if this is how it's supposed to be, but this is what I'm doing.
It's great.
It's
great.
Wonderful. I love the jump pack. That is something that would have improved the trilogy times a million.
Yeah,
it is
for real.
Great. And I don't like combat. And I told my friend Emily, I'm like, dude, I turned it up to normal, which for me is like, whoa, something's going on here. She played on hard, and apparently that was indeed hard. So for anyone looking for a challenge, apparently it is a challenge. Who knew?
I don't want any challenges. I just want to, because I'm bad enough at things in general.
I don't think you are. No, the thing is, on easy or casual, I felt like everything was dying really quickly, which is good. But then I was like, I want to try these abilities, and I felt like I couldn't get this ability out. Like, if you insta die after 2 hits, it's not like much fun for me. I don't know who I've become. I've become someone else this past year with video games, and I don't like it, but I kind of do. So I guess it's just going to take me longer, I think the reason I would play on casual is just to like get through it, but I kind of don't want to, and that's disgusting. And Mass Effect, how dare you? I used to want to get through things real quick. So what were your abilities you liked?
I didn't like explore a whole lot with that just because
Bang.
Well, that, and since I was streaming, like I felt a lot of pressure, not from anyone but myself, but to like.
Did you die? I died on casual.
Yeah,
it was sad. It was real sad.
Yeah. So pretty much I was just sort of doing whatever, but I really liked all the biotic stuff, like the throw, and I think I also had what is it? It's like it's what Garrus has in ME3. It's like the really intense shot.
I love that. That's my favorite. Concussive shot.
Yeah, that's it. Concussive shot.
That is my favorite. I will always.
It's so good.
I love it. I love it.
It's so satisfying watching it like zip away and then pop. It's so good.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I think how the animations come out too, it's like not too much. I remember hearing them talk about it, like having to be like, so it's not graphically a lot when you use your abilities, that it's like pew, the whole screen is like, because sometimes in Dragon Age Inquisition, you would have like, as a mage especially, these huge bursts and the whole freaking screen would be filled. And if you have any lag, which I usually was pretty good about, but if you did, it would just screw you so hard. And it's like pretty, but you're like, I can't. I'm like, what's going on? As beautiful as it was. So that is something that I can definitely see in the combat. And oh God, what's the ability? I want to get that turret so bad. I want all of it. I just can't wait to get in there, man. Because I didn't want to waste a lot of time by going into like the codex, etc., and actually looking at skills. But when I have unlimited time, it's going to be beautiful. I'm
wondering if the codex is going to get more bulky, because I went in to look at the different races because I was like, I wonder what they added to it, and it was so lame.
I know, but
and
listen, like you're gonna. It's like an
God.
Inquisition. I would assume that you have to come across them. Like, I don't think you're gonna have that many to start off with. I assume that as we encounter like Angara and we'll find like notes. I've seen like a decent amount of data pads around, so I think don't be worried about it quite yet, because it seems like there's going to be a lot we can uncover, and also like audio logs and stuff, which I'm real excited for, even though sometimes I would click like the button that said play and exit so you could like explore and also listen, and it wouldn't work, which was sad, but
You know what I was excited to hear? Okay, so when you're talking to Callow and he mentions that Solarians have photographic memories, and I was like, they've never said that in lore before. So I was like, this is new lore. I got so excited. I was like, new lore.
For a minute I thought they forgot about the Drell and were like, what can you do? Now it's them. But and what he said that, all of them do, but he just has a really I don't remember his exact wording, but and that's not really a spoiler. It's just something he said, whatever. So combat. Anything else you want to add about combat? Stoof? Any hot tips for any of you, the young kids going in? Nothing. Oh God.
I think you would have more hot tips than I would. My hot tips are like, don't die.
Take shelter.
Jumping's fun.
Jumping's lots of fun. Yeah. I don't know if I have any really. Just use your abilities. That's like it.
That's so helpful.
So far, use your ability. Well, some people forget and only use their gun, and that was me for a long time. Use your abilities because they're powerful
and they're fun.
Use your points, and don't you dare auto level up your skills. I swear to God, if you do that.
Oh, in multiplayer. So I didn't realize that this was a thing, but I remember when I was playing the ME3 multiplayer, Ryan was like, why don't you look up builds? And I was like, what? What the hell does that mean? He was like, just look up and see like the most effective way to build up your character. And that way you're using it to the
Listen, I'm not playing Warcraft and not doing that.
Well, it didn't help. It was weird. I was surprised.
Okay. Then good on Ryan. But I mean, when it comes to like Inquisition, I never really looked up because the thing is, like, people can tell you this is the most effective build, but a lot of the times the builds that they would suggest for whatever game it is would include things that I wouldn't remember to do.
Or that I don't like,
Yeah, so if I'm not going to use those skills, it's a very personal experience. So if you like using this thing and you'll always remember to use this thing because you like it, then invest in that. And just the most important thing is just to read your abilities no matter what and to know what they actually do, which is a very simple lesson that we should all learn, that I learned very slowly, but I learned it. So
same.
So combat, woohoo! And it doesn't appear to really matter what you choose in the beginning.
No.
So whatever you want, whatever sounds cool. Oh, the scanner.
Oh yeah. You want to talk about that first?
You can go first.
Okay. I hate that you can't like walk quickly when you're scanning. Like that irritates the shit out of me. But the scanner,
maybe our Omni is really slow. Maybe it's like last gen Omni.
Well, okay, so I hate that they look glitchy. I thought maybe it would be like a streamlined Omni, but instead it looks like it's a glitched out Omni that's broken.
You know, sometimes it looks really good and solid and polished, and then other times it looks, like you said, I don't know what that's about.
It just looks like a broken TV. And I'm like, why is this happening to you, Omni Tool? I was hoping we'd get different colors or, I don't know, a streamlined version.
But no.
Oh, well.
I still like it, though.
Yeah.
I think it's going to take a while for me to, like, use it properly because sometimes I'll get it out and I'll just and then there's nothing. And I'm like, why do I have this out? Why? More things to scan, but probably there'll be more opportunities in the future. But I like it a lot. I like that I can, like, use it on, like, everything. Like, I was using it on Cora. I was like, what up, Cora? I wanted it to tell me more, but... You know, just tell me every little thing. Your favorite character. And if you say Kandros, I will slap you up.
He's not my favorite. I just like him.
Okay, she likes him. There you go.
I read Nexus Uprising and like I was like, oh, he seems kind of interesting and I like Sloane Kelly and I was like, she trusts him, so I trust him. And then you meet him in the game and I was like, oh no, this is like...
You didn't like him?
No, this was not what I needed. I didn't need to fall in love. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you like him and you didn't... I thought you were saying you were disappointed. I'm totally reading this wrong.
No. I got in there and I was like, you're not a romance option, I bet. Why do I like you so much? It's when he pats you on the back and he like tries to smile and you're like, oh, why are you cute?
Okay, I didn't have that experience, but I trust you because that's how I felt. Oh God, I'm not going to spoil it, but Dr. Lexi has a moment in the beginning and she does something, which I will talk about later. And I was like, Lexi, I love you. And that's it. Anyway, so we both have our like weird, we didn't expect this attractions, although it's Natalie Dormer for Lexi. So I feel like I should have expected it, but I didn't. And it hit me hard.
It's rough.
I was going to say something weird. I don't know. It hit me somewhere. I don't know.
It hit me somewhere. Otherwise, I mean, I really like all the characters. Like, there's nobody I don't specifically dislike other than Addison's a little grating, but I mean, she's supposed to be. And I understand why she's kind of rough.
Yeah, that was like she was taking it to like a 150 and I was like expecting more of like an 80 max. So I was just that was a lot. Then I guess while we're still being vague, you could just say like, who's someone that you liked a lot but you didn't expect to like from your we didn't get much, to be real, with a lot of the characters. I mean, like, so there's not a ton, but somebody maybe that you were like, whoa, I didn't expect this.
I would say I didn't expect to like, I don't know. It's like I was excited about everybody, but I didn't expect to think Vetra was as like, no, I don't know. I would say Kesh, I guess, because I was kind of hesitant about her, but apparently, like if you read, I didn't find this, but my friend Rachel did. Apparently, there's like a data pad or no, if there's like ambient talks, and you can hear that she apparently likes. Is it Galaxy Scout cookies? It's like Girl Scout cookies, but for space.
Do they have that? I mean,
apparently they do. And so she like punched someone for the last box or something like that. I don't remember the exact specifics, but it made me like, I was really endeared by that because I also
hope that
love
these
Girl Scout
Galaxy cookies are better than Girl Scout cookies, though, because I hate Girl Scout cookies.
Even the good ones? Like, I mean, there are some that are kind of gross.
What are the good ones? I mean, maybe they used to be good when I was a little kid, but now that I'm an adult and I can easily find a good bundt cake, I don't really need
you might have. Okay, so there's 2 bakeries that Girl Scouts get their cookies from.
This is Becca bringing you the real deep truth of Girl Scout cookies.
I know a lot about Girl Scouts. Okay, I was one. Anyways, there's 2 bakeries, and one of them makes shitty Thin Mints, and one of them makes good Thin Mints, and one of them makes shitty something else.
Becca,
and
here's my new plan.
The good one.
This is how I'm gonna find the good ones. I'm gonna go up to my local grocery store when someone's there. I'm gonna do you have the ones from the shitty bakery, little girl? I'm gonna get some real dirty looks and then shoot away. But
that's how you identify.
I mean, I guess the ones I used to like were the Samoas, and that's like it. That's all I like.
Yeah, those are
but
good.
all right, I can respect that. I wasn't a Girl Scout. I was in an offensive group that I'm ashamed to be a part of. I don't want to talk about it.
An offensive group?
Yeah, it's offensive because, well, we talked about this. My dad, I was dragged there. I never wanted to go. I hated camping, but the Indian guides, that's what they call them. And so, yes, as an adult person, I understand that a lot of the shit they do is fucked up and just not appropriate. And by which I mean, like, they, appropriate the culture of Native Americans. And it makes me super uncomfortable, but that was the thing. And now that I know I'm 100% have no Native American in me, not even a drop, I feel even worse about it. Not that I felt great before, but it's okay. The Girl Scouts are just a better choice. Join the Girl Scouts, or better yet, don't, and just buy some cookies. That sounds good. For me, this one is kind of influenced by the fact that I like the actor a lot, but director Tan, I think it was someone I didn't expect to like, and I really like him. Like Udina, like I'm Butthead Odina is what I called him, but and many probably did. A lot of people were like, oh, he's like the new Udina, and if he is, I'll be super disappointed because yes, he's a racist, and what are we? I don't know if that's the proper word for him, but he hates Krogans. I got that. He's a real dick about it, but I like him because I don't know, he's kind of snarky. It's not really a spoiler to say he hates Krogans because Solarians are kind of mostly dicky about it, mostly, not all. But I really liked him. I mean, saying apart from that, because I love Krogans, feels like shitty now that I'm thinking about it. But I like him. I think. And anyway, yeah, his voice actor is Kumail Nanjiani. Is that how you say it? I don't. Good, because I can't remember words. I really like him, and I was just so proud that somebody I really liked, and he does a good job. And he's a dorky little Solarian who was. I'm not going to spoil that. That feels like a spoiler. Never mind. But he's a character, and I like him, and I was surprised by that. I'm also not. I guess because of who wrote Liam, I kind of didn't expect to enjoy him, but I really did. Your first interaction with him one-on-one, I just like him a lot, and I was glad. I was like instantly like, well, okay, we're best friends, and that was it. The game kind of presents it in that way too, which is fine by me. I
also didn't think I was gonna like Cora as much as I did. Like I knew you were gonna love Cora, but when I got in there, because I thought she was just gonna be sort of stern. And
no, she's not stern at all.
No, she's not. She's and I really like her. I like Liam too a lot. Which good. I also was not expecting to, since his writer has done so many kind of stupid things in the past that I didn't like.
But yeah, I mean, without going into it, I think both of them are really great. Obviously, I love Cora a lot. I kind of didn't want to after the whole loss of her romance thing, which I've resolved that I could rant about that for a good like half hour, but so I'm not gonna. But I'm just gonna say that I like Cora a lot, and that's it. I don't want to get emotional today. I like her. Any other vague character thoughts?
Drax funny. I like him.
Oh yeah. We didn't really see a ton of him, but he's great. And I really like PB. As she, I mean, I think they released footage and like official trailers of the mating, but I really liked her. I thought she wasn't too much, and she seemed very smart. It wasn't like the fact that she was so, adventurous and maybe a little goofy, like that didn't take away from her intellect. Sometimes characters are made into like, well, they seem really dumb, but they're not, it's like a TV thing. I don't know how to explain it properly, but she's incredibly smart, it seems, and fun. So I think that'll be
become like a caricature of themselves or something, where it's like, I don't know, there's no nuance or something, but I felt like she had a lot of it felt like her goofiness and her gooberiness didn't take away from the fact, like you said, that she was intelligent, and her
and it wasn't like, oh, she's so contrary, it was good. Vetra I loved. I think she's someone that we're gonna have to really get to know, though. I'm just getting that vibe that like she's pleasant and she seems great, but I think she's a more subtle character, so I think it's going to take a while for that relationship to build. That's what I'm thinking. But I really enjoyed her, and who else am I missing? Oh, I loved Gil. I thought Gil was great. The first conversation I had with him, I was like, you know what? I think he will be close to me in my heart. I like him a lot. What did you think of Gil?
I liked Gil. I didn't talk to him a second time. I only talked to him once because I was lost most of the time, but he seems funny. I like him. Good. I like everybody. There's nobody that I was like, I don't really care about you.
So far, things might happen. I hope not. Oh God. I don't want that to happen, but
I don't either.
We talked about Callow. I liked Callow. Dr. Lexi, I already said I really liked her.
She's cute.
Yeah, she's cute. I mean, she seems very smart, and of course, Natalie Dormer's voice helps a lot.
I like her little friendship with Harry. It's cute.
Oh yeah, that is great. I like that as well. And then Suvi. I mean,
oh yeah, Suvi.
My one non-spoilery thing to say about that is that she kind of reminds me of Liara taken up a notch.
Yeah.
And that, like, there's only one Liara, motherfuckers. Only one. That's just my feeling. Like, that's what I would say if I read or saw that scene. I'd be like, no. I am not into it. Was very like cliche the first time you talked to her, so I wasn't really happy with that. It's like my most, but I'm being hard on it because that's like the representation of my people. Okay, so I'm gonna be sadly more hard on that. Suvi's classified as the lesbian. That's not a spoiler. It's just how it is. Okay, well I guess it is, but you know what? It's done. So yeah, I don't know. I hope that like gets way less cliche and actually has depth, and I know that there's more stuff in the future, so I don't know. But I like her voice actor a lot because and her flirt was cute too. It was really cute. I was real into that. So I just hope that gets better with time. And then they fix her eyes, because I think half of that is that it looks like I'm talking to a dead-eyed person, and that can be a problem for me. Yeah. I
feel bad because her makeup reminds me of, do I want to say this? It makes me sad. You ever watch that documentary on Real Dolls? It reminds me of...
I don't like dolls. Let's not talk about it. That's another issue.
Well, it reminds me of what men think that, like, women's... Like, men who have never worn makeup or, like, watched anyone apply makeup or anything, like, what they think women would wear or people would wear. And it just... The pink, it's just too much. Like, if you wanted to do a pink lip, tone down the blush. Or if you want to do a bright, like, blush, tone down the lip. Both on her skin tone just look a little weird. That's all.
Yeah, I knew. I mean, from the moment that I heard that she doesn't actually like Gil is gay. He's only into men. And the way he says it is like in one line. Like, I didn't flirt with him, but I just saw it. And he's very upfront. He's like, Liam's my type. And I was like, great. You're nice about it. You're not like, oh no, you're just like, Liam's my type. I'm not into you if you're a female writer. But when male writer, is like flirty, flirt. That's my flirt. She's like, well, I just want to keep it professional. And I would have rather she also been like, hey, well, who's another lady? Cora's more my type. That would have been amazing. I just want those. I didn't even care if they had the same line that was literally like, blank's my type. Use them both. I don't care as long as we acknowledge it. Because if she never once says that she's like only into women, then I'm going to be real pissed off. Let's use that word lesbian. Use it loud and use it proud.
I don't know if she was just trying to be like...
I don't know. It seems so stupid. Like people were like, well, maybe she will actually like Scott in another game. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? It pissed me off so much. I'm not even trying to pay attention to that stuff anymore because it's a lot. But and I think a part of that does come from the fact that BioWare has been doing this forever. That Cora and characters that I don't know how to phrase it without being weird, but like Jack, she's got this really short hair, and Cassandra has short hair, and then Cora has short hair, and all these women are given to the straight male players, and then they're acting like, what do you mean? How dare you judge her because she has short hair? That doesn't mean you're gay. And you're like, no, but if you're trying to act like all short-haired women are straight, then you're also kind of doing this weird thing. Don't you understand? What is this? What are you doing? Am I crazy? I don't know. We've talked about it, but it's becoming weird because I feel like with Suvi's design, it was like they were reversing those roles of like, here's this girl who's got a ton of makeup on and she's really conventionally pretty. She's got this great red hair and these bright eyes. And I felt like they made her for the straight male gamer, and Cora for us lesbians. That's all I'm saying. And then they reversed. They were like, you know what? Switch it up. We're making it fresh.
That's how I felt too. I remember texting you about it and being like, I don't think that this is
cool. Switcheroo. Because everybody I've seen is making fun of Cora, and I'm like, I want her, and you have her, and you're being a dick. I hate you. I hate them.
Yep, I definitely agree, because all the straight men that I've seen talking about
Suvi. And I'm like, well, then you talk to BioWare. Maybe they'll listen to you, because here I am, a gay, and nobody will listen to me. So straight guys, do it for me. God, that sounds terrible. Like I said, I didn't want to get into it, but that's all I'll say about it. And that, I don't know. It is disappointing that is how it is. Have I made it weird?
No. I totally agree. I feel like the way she looks is, she's really cute and stuff, and not to say that like only straight men would be attracted to her or anything like that, but I feel like if you look at who is complaining about that's what I'm saying. Like, men are complaining about how Cora looks, and
we're complaining about how Suvi looks because I don't know. I just don't think they understand what lesbians want, because they're probably not lesbians, and they like to say that like they make the characters without romance in mind, which might be true, but somewhere along the way it is formulaic. It just has to be. because we know what characters are bi. And there's only 2 exclusively gay characters that we know of. There might be 3, but it is formulaic. I was so mad the other day. Like, I needed a solid 24 hours to come back to, like, not being completely devastated that once again BioWare did the thing. And it hurt. I mean, it hurts. And if they don't think it's a big deal, then, I mean, it kind of is to a lot of people. Anyway, I won't make you talk about that, but it's definitely a hot button issue.
It's frustrating. I mean, I don't understand why they... I don't know. I don't understand. It's like part of me does, because I don't know. I mean, we don't know what the writing situation is like. Like, does BioWare submit it and then EA looks over it and goes like, no, we don't want to have this? Because I feel like that's the only way I can see it.
Maybe, but the reason
I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. But
I do too. But the reason I was bringing it up is because they do get asked those questions. Like, oh God, what was that event at PAX? They were, asked about how they choose who's what and who's available. And they were saying they make the characters first and decide later, and that it's not a formula. And I just feel like at the end of the day, like, our last lesbian and only lesbian that I know of Arya wasn't a lesbian, was she? I don't remember.
I don't think they explicitly stated it.
So I'm going to say no, but Trainer was. And she was our last, she was in a similar role to Kelly. And I'm not Kelly, excuse me. Oh my God, I called her Kelly. Oh my God. Damn,
that's such an insult. Kelly is not great.
Suvi, I'm sorry. Here's the problem. Forums have been calling her Kelly, and I regretfully do look at the forums because I want to know stuff, not like their opinions or anything. Who the hell cares? But I want to know like facts, and they call her Kelly. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Suvi. I'm sure you're much better than Kelly. No offense, Kelly. God rest your soul. God rest Kelly's soul. Dude, I didn't even know that she was bi until the other day. I thought she was a lesbian too, so I was living in paradise. There is a weird thing. Like, I don't know, whatever. Where were we before this all started? Oh, I love Cora. Maybe in another game she will realize the truth of her situation. But her turn down, like Liam's turn down was, if you're a male and you flirt with Liam, he's not into it. His turn down was, I think he said something about, it's great to know I'm universal. It was pretty funny. I'm sure it didn't feel good if you're someone as a man who wanted to romance him as a man.
Yeah.
But you have to laugh it off. Also, like with Cora, eventually after I was done crying, I started laughing at it because it was ridiculous. Like, there's no good way for someone to turn someone else down, especially in that situation when it's like, well, you can literally never do anything about that problem. You're not what they're into. But it was still weird. Cora's, I think, was weirder than Liam's. I'm just putting, and I wanted to be like, I think if there was an option for you to leave the fucking conversation afterwards and be like, oh, no bother, I just exposed myself to you that I was interested and I just wanted to leave. And then, I would have felt better about that. Sorry to make you uncomfortable, dude, but I'm going to get the fuck out of here because you just broke my heart.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like some of the flirts, like when Sarah's like, oh yeah, you and me side by side, that sounds great. I was like, is that a flirt? Is that like flirting?
That didn't seem to warrant her being like, a commando said something similar to me once. Cora, damn it, you're better than that. You're better than that line.
I was just sort of perplexed. I was like, man, have I been flirting with people?
I want to be lied to. Never
realize?
Mind. I want to be lied to by Cora. I want her to go along until 4 flirts when then I officially hit on her and then she goes, oh, okay, no. I take it back. I want to be led on. I want to be baited. It's horrible, but I do. Only because I wanted to live in disbelief for a little longer. But I am glad they did it more up front the first time it's done.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I still would have. There's always mods. I mean, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of my desires. All right, that's done. Sorry. We should be like, if you want to skip Cassie's rant on why she hates BioWare and their subverted tropes.
We can just, I assume that if people are listening to us, they expect one of us to go off on something at some point during
then
the
let's finish up
episode.
by saying that Cora Harper is my dream girl and BioWare has once again fucked me and I'm mad. And that's it. That's enough. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I'm baby myself. So is there anyone else we missed? I don't think so. Other than the council people, but Kandros was okay. I mean, did he mention Nyreen? I feel like he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you didn't say anything about it when I was watching you. I totally missed that because sometimes I'm so absorbed that I don't hear. Like my hearing goes out. Mm-hmm. I'm so excited. I don't know. So I missed that the first time, but
I didn't comment on a lot of stuff because I'd already seen it 3 times and I forgot to.
Heck. Whatever. Okay, whoops. So I guess we can end it before we get into spoilers just by saying that I'll go first. I'll say that I liked it a lot. The combat was good. I liked the characters. I didn't like that you couldn't save for a while. That was annoying.
Oh yeah, that was annoying. I mean, it auto saves, so if you exit out, it'll go back to an auto save, but you can't like manually save for the first hour.
That scared me. I didn't know that, so I had to go for an hour straight the second time.
It's scary.
Yeah. Like combat, like the characters, like the design, and I get lost a lot too. So I feel like I've already gotten good at finding my way around the places we've been. We didn't really talk about the Nexus because there's spoilery stuff, but I like the Nexus a lot. At least what we've seen of it. So
I'm so excited about the Nexus. Yeah. So excited.
Yeah, and anything else you want to add, General?
Nah, I mean, I like it. I was sad that 10 hours was up so quickly. And
oh, man.
Like, Monday can't come soon enough, man.
I spent like an hour and a half in CC. So, between both of them, okay?
Yeah,
okay,
same.
33 was the one I didn't even use. It took me 33 minutes. You can watch me do that. It's a tragedy. I'm not going with my first one either. The one that I'm playing in stream. I'm not going with her. The second one you did, the last one you showed me, I really like. So I hope you use that one.
Yeah.
I hope you do. You should think about it because it was good.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. The hair colors could also use more depth, but that's a whatever. I'm just really excited to get back into it. And I guess we don't really have a ton to rate. We can't like rate it or be like, you should buy it. I think you should buy it. If you haven't bought it, you should do it. You should just do it.
If you love Mass Effect, I mean, it feels like Mass Effect. You get in there and you're like, oh, I'm home. I'm so happy.
This is Mass Effect, but with a scanner, which is better. And also you can jump.
Yeah, that's really honestly so good.
I will say that when you get in there, if you haven't played it yet, like there's always an adjustment period when you're into a new world because you have to learn the limitations and what they expect of you. Like it takes me a good while to be like, oh, I can get up here. This is an option. And we didn't talk about it, but briefly, I'll just say that the Nomad, first of all, I keep calling it the Mako, but it's the Nomad. Okay. I hate it so far. I don't know if there are upgrades, but I hate it because I got stuck a bunch and it took me forever. And I probably spent like 30 minutes at least being stuck places and it's hard to turn. I don't understand.
Oh my God, I hate it too.
Good. We can hate it together. Damn it, I hate it. It's I prefer the Mako because at least the Mako I could get over shit. But I got stuck in a fucking circle with nothing in it and rocks that I probably could have gotten over, but I couldn't. And I tried to use the thing. Anyway, it's not good. I think there might be upgrades, but like if there's not, I'm just going to avoid using that shit like the plague. I'm just going to avoid it.
They talked about it so long and I hate it so much.
It's so bad. It's real bad. But I would say just, go slow. And also apparently you can't blow up because I was at like 0 sustainability or whatever and I didn't blow up. So I don't know what that even means. And I was on normal and I didn't blow up and I was like, what the fuck? I don't know. I guess just saying, I don't think it's easy to handle. It's definitely not easy because sometimes there's not enough room to turn around properly. So you have to, it's just a whole thing. And
if you jump and turn, it'll
the
turn you
jump
around.
is for shit. I
It
hate
is
that
shit,
jump.
but you can turn around with it. I was
okay.
surprised.
Well,
That's the only way I was able to
sure
get out of one of the things I got
it'll
stuck
get
in.
easier with time, but like I still don't like it. Okay, I want a scooter. Where's the fuck is my space motorcycle?
I
That's
want
what I
Saren
want.
had an ME1 that like it's like a space. What are they?
Space scooter. I don't even remember.
Space scooter? No, it's
I
not
want
a
a
scooter.
space scooter.
It's like, oh God, what are they? They go on like tours with them. They're those stupid things that you lean forward in.
Oh my God, I don't know their name, but everybody knows what you're talking about.
What are they called? Damn, I can't think of it. But he basically has one of those, but it floats. But then it kind of looks like a snowboard
Oh my God, that
sometimes.
is so
That's what
dumb.
I want.
Oh, that. Oh my God, a hoverboard.
Yeah.
He has a fucking hoverboard, you're right. Which is so upsetting to me. Like, that is the worst. You know what's the best, though? When you play on easy, you hit him twice and he's done. And that's like my favorite thing in the fucking world. He comes in on his fucking hoverboard and then you shoot him and he's like, bye, bitches. Anyway. Sorry, that wasn't me. I don't say the B word. Saren says the B word because he's a piece of shit. Sorry, Saren. Sorry. He's a horrible man. He's dead now, though. And he died in the worst way possible. So he's paid for his problems.
He did.
Kind of. Yep.
It's fine.
I'm trying to make sure we don't miss anything in our bag. But you know what? If we did, you know, what's it on you? It's emotional. I definitely, if you're somebody who gets emotional easily, be prepared because it's not any less fucking sad than any other game has been so far, and that's only in 10 hours, and you can get through that content pretty quickly. I think when I did the second time, it took me maybe 3 hours to get to the end point. So
yeah,
you can main path that shit up. But yeah. All right, so let's at this point, Becca, tell them what's gonna happen now, and tell them to, you know, what they need to do with their ears to protect themselves.
All right, you need to either close out whatever you're listening to this on or get ready to have your ass spoiled because we're going to talk about all the stuff that happened in the first 10 hours, including spoilers. We're going to talk about it and you're going to have to just either get off the pot or stay.
You should leave. I wish I had the ability to remember to put in like a noise that was like those sirens. I just want to have some techno shit up in here like get out. Spoilers. Leave. Don't blame us. Don't you dare comment saying we spoiled you because here they come.
Get out.
Here they come.
Right now. It's the
Leave.
end of you
Bye.
and the spoilers.
Exit.
Too
Upvote.
late.
Bye.
Can't wait for you to
play the
be
game.
Gone. Yeah.
Also, hi Bioware. Okay. No. I do that every goddamn time. Nobody from Bioware listens.
No. Nobody. I mean, I'm paranoid, but no.
No, they won't. They won't. Okay, this is Spoiler Town. Spoiler Town. We should have a jingle.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the first spoilery thing you want to talk about?
Alex dead. He's dead. Oh my God.
We both felt real bad. I think I'm the one who instigated it though, so let me take the heat for the fact that I was like, he's a bad man. Now listen, hold on with me. We do know that he was hiding shit. He still could be. He could be. Sure, he saved us, but he could be a bad motherfucker. Literally bad motherfucker. He could. So let's hold out calling me judgmental and rude when he died for us, like Jesus, because, you know, he still could be bad. But if he's not, then I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry. I was not expecting that. Like, I just wasn't. Because, first of all, they were like, nobody dies. I swear to fucking God, they were like, nobody dies. Bioware lies, though. We should know this. But Daddy dies. I'm so stupid. When I saw the helmet cracked, I was just, or completely, you know, the glass completely shattered. I was like, oh, but she's okay, right? She's okay.
That's fine.
What I didn't understand was like, I feel like there should have been like precautions taken. The extra helmet, is there a helmet pouch? Like, do you have a bag of holding with an extra helmet? I don't know.
I don't know. I realized that the reason that they show that her helmet got cracked at the
The first
beginning when you
time,
fall out of
yeah.
the thing was to show like,
Yeah.
oh, she can heal it with her Omni tool.
Mhm.
But I guess once it gets cracked like
No.
wide open, you can't do that.
God, I noticed that the second time, and I was like, oh my God, these motherfuckers were completely trolling us. Anyway, foreshadowing. I called it trolling, but you're right, that it is foreshadowing. Yeah, I felt really emotional about that, and I was shocked. But we knew something happened, obviously. But then you like technically die, and Daddy really dies. And maybe you can take over here and actually coherently speak about this.
I mean, the fact that he dies for you was just really super brutal. And you know what else is going to be so sad? When your twin wakes up and they're like, where's Dad? And you've got to be like, I
didn't even think about that because I'm all up in my own emotions.
He's dead. He died saving me. So
what I want to know.
Sorry.
You know how they're like, it seems like Dad always meant for you to be Pathfinder, blah, blah, blah. Was it always like the specific twin? Like in each, if you're playing a Scott, it's like, how do they know that? It was just like one of them that he intended to take over after him, or was it like the twin you pick specifically? Because that's like, does it matter? Are we both the same? I don't know. It was just, I didn't understand that, but
I'm not sure.
And also,
I wonder
if there's something about Sam that Alec didn't want anybody outside of the family to know, and that's why Cora was never going to be Pathfinder. I mean, that seems like a safe bet, considering part of the huge plot of the Ryder family secrets is to discover them and trigger memories and shit, but I'm assuming that's why Cora was never going to become the Pathfinder.
Yeah,
which is sad
probably.
for her. Well, shitty of you, Dad. Dad, why, Dad? I love
it's like, why string her along all that time?
It's shitty. I feel bad for her, and she's really good about it too. I appreciated that. She's like, I don't want to be a rival. I don't want to do that shit. I'm just, So yeah, I'm lost thinking about Cora again, but we're good. The scene I was talking about in the spoiler-free area was when you are technically dead and Lexi grabs your hand and holds it. I really like that. I thought that was a really great touch because I was like, that's right, save my life, Dr. Lexi. Also, I was really into it. I was like, this could be a couple, and then we can't. So that's sad. It's real sad. But honestly, when I found out it was Natalie Dormer, because initially I thought, Dr. Lexi is going to be a romance on the ship for sure. And then when I found out it was Natalie, I was like, nope. She's not doing that. She's too good for that. She's too good to be our space girlfriend. Shit.
I don't think she's ready for that sort of attention.
No, sadly. God. I don't blame her though, because a lot of people love her, and that would be a lot.
The BioWare family is very intense. Like
most of them are real treats.
It's a sad thing when you like realize that this thing that you love and hold dear to your heart and makes you cry and makes you happy.
Makes other people into complete assholes. But then you have to like put upon it that, like we were saying, that I don't like 99% of people, so why would I think that in a fandom I would somehow have a better chance? I mean, maybe it's probably more like 80, 80% of them are complete shit. No offense. But you're probably in the 20 if you're listening and you haven't been a dick to us, then you're probably in the 20. But I'm just saying, it's not good. Everything is filled with people who just want to be assholes and, suck the life out of anything good or...
Well, there's a lot of dude bros. Like, I didn't realize that Mass Effect was just like completely
and
just drowning in them, but they're everywhere.
I don't think Mass Effect is ever going to be on a level of Dragon Age. And I think that's also why Dragon Age will always be my favorite IP, because I mean, we got Dorian and Sarah, and no matter what I think about some problems I had with Sarah, I just like they gave us two main gay party members, and that's something Mass Effect I don't think Like, and just not even bringing up that Suvi is a lesbian day one already shows that for me. And it's highly disappointing. And I just have to kind of accept it. Like, I don't want to be the opposite end of the people that are like, how dare Suvi be gay? I wanted to romance her. I'm man, which is literally what they say. I don't want to be on the opposite end, like complaining about the opposite things and causing equally like rampant hissy fits online. I don't want to do that. It annoys me and I accept it. And you can either be like, oh, all right, I'm out of here, I'm not supporting you. Or you can be like, well, just keep encouraging them to keep trying. And, you know, as we say, certain people in charge that make shitty decisions someday won't be in charge, or they will die. One of those things mean they won't be there. And somebody else who is younger and fresher and less shitty might come in. You never know. It's the circle of life.
Brian and I were talking about it, and he was like, you know, there's definitely going to be people who think they're progressive in the company that aren't, and then there are people who are actually progressive, and like, and the other thing is like, you know, he was like, what if there are people in the company that are fighting tooth and nail just to get those, you know, those characters to be gay. And then they've got people who are constantly like being like, okay, well, we have to turn this down, or okay, we have to do whatever.
They gotta be, there was somebody, I hate even to bring it up, but the other day when I posted something, which is basically like, I'm encountering these problems with Mass Effect, and I wish that years ago I could have been like, trying to get in touch with people and putting my feelings on the next game out there and making them know that this is what I want. This meant something to me. Please continue with this. And I was talking about Dragon Age 4 and how I wanted, you know, them to keep having exclusively, you know, same-sex characters, aka Dorian and Sarah. And somebody responded to that and thought that I was implying that we should take away the bisexual characters and pansexual. And it really upset the hell out of me. Because it's kind of like that, what's the proper word? Reactionary kind of, God, that's not the right word. What word am I looking for here, Becca? People who just like instantly react to shit without like fully comprehending what the other person are trying to. I guess I just should just leave it at
reactionary it's because it's like a knee-jerk reaction. It's where they don't completely like think about all the, like, they're reacting based on emotion, which is not always bad at all, but they're not thinking about it critically, like, or with any sort of, a lot of time people just don't read or don't think fully about it before they react to things. And that's where a lot of like miscommunication and struggles between like, because I mean, using language is hard. It's hard to communicate with other people and have them understand you fully.
Yeah,
I mean, language is very limiting.
Sadly, we have yet to have like an Asari type of connection with people, which maybe someday. But to be honest, I don't know if I would want that with like everybody. You know, it might be a bit much.
Nah.
But I think what I mean is like there's a mentality of like, especially with specifically, not exclusively, white male cis gamers, that like if we're taking away a slice of their pie, you know, and they're just so freaking angry. And that's true of everybody, though. I feel that way as a gay woman all the time. Like, I feel like, great, you get my freaking core, but I try to settle down and be like, you know, that's their thing. And there are people who are like, do straights even exist anymore in BioWare games? And I'm like, they do. Look around, you motherfucker. But it's a hard thing, and I feel like there are people definitely in the industry who, and specifically at BioWare, who I feel like don't really want to hear about that, and they feel like you should just be happy with this and don't even constructively critique me or ask me questions that I might feel like are not.
Well, I mean, they got super butthurt at the end of ME3. Like, I remember when everybody complained about the endings, and they were just like, they wouldn't take questions about it at panels. They wouldn't talk about it. They wouldn't discuss it. And like, they got super defensive
about that. Like, yeah, I feel like I don't really know how many people from the trilogy, or at least ME3, are still a part of that. I know like that one guy left. I'm sure a lot of people are out and they brought in new faces. But you know, I hope it doesn't suffer from some of the same things that I felt were not quite right about the trilogy. But you never know. But Dragon
it's hard
Age,
to take any sort of like real critical eye until the whole game comes out.
Yeah, for
unfortunately.
sure. I'm keeping an open mind, and I've just kind of had to learn to be like, well, they're not gonna be that progressive as Dragon Age. They're just not. The gays can't fight, as we say. They have to be, you know, in their ship, safe. I love that Suvi goes, me fight? I'm like, yeah, you fight. It's a fucking gun. This is space. You couldn't come out here without training. Am I confused when I tell you it wasn't like you had to go through training? Like, I don't get it. She didn't have to go
it's
through that?
It's a civilian initiative.
But she wouldn't know how to use a gun. I'm just a little unsure of this. I'm unsure of this.
It seems a little weird to be part of the Pathfinder team and not know how to use a gun.
Yeah, for
like if she
real.
was just on the Nexus, I could see like, yeah, she's just a science officer on the Nexus. But being on something where like you're literally going dangerous places to like forge paths, you should know how to use a gun. Like, sorry. You should know how to defend yourself. You should know how to like talk to people. You should know how to do all of those things. Like, it's irritating.
It's definitely strange, but you know, from what I played so far anyway, it's been good, and I'm just holding on to the story. What did you think of the Archon from our little clipperoo?
I hate his basketball head, his basketball hoop head. I hate it.
I don't know what the hell that's about. I
don't know. I don't like it though. Like all I'd want to do is hang laundry off of it to dry. Like I hate it. Looking at it makes me mad. I don't know why I don't like it so much, but I don't.
Can I say one more thing about the Korra? Listen, I can't get over this. Listen, it's that, like, I tweeted at people, and a bunch of people did, like, could Korra be bisexual? And people responded, like, we'll see, ... I'm like, what the fuck? Now thinking back, it really angers me. I saved that somewhere for when I want to be angry. Let's say I become an actor and I need a rage point. Like, that will ever happen. That will be my rage point, because how dare you?
I honestly think you should tweet it at them and be like,
how dare you?
This is not okay. Like, if you guys thought this was cute or something, it's not. It's really mean. Like, it's mean-spirited to, like, essentially queer bait.
Wait. On the opposite
Don't
end,
do that.
Apparently, oh God, what's her name? Not Kate. That's her character's name. The girl who's the voice actor for Suvi, apparently she had been teasing, quote unquote. I have no evidence of this. Somebody said it, that she had been teasing male fans about Suvi. And I'm like, you know what? I love her. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. These little shits. That's all I can think. If she has been teasing them, who even knows what that means? But if she has been, then she's my hero. Thank you. Assholes. Oh, is anyone even straight anymore? Oh my God, that provides me so many laughs. Ugh,
I can't believe, is anybody even straight anymore?
Straight
Only like 90% of media. I don't know. Probably more than that. Fucking 98%.
I only wanted Suvi. My God, BioWare, why would you do this to me? Maybe I could just go on for hours. This is why you don't look at the internet, people. Don't do it. Just, why are you on it now? You should get off. You're using internet to listen to this. No, bad place full of monsters, goblins and such, mostly. Some good.
I hate it.
I know. Archon, I liked him. I really liked the music for that scene a lot.
Yeah, the music has been really good so far. I really like the character creator music.
Yeah, it was pretty pleasant. And so my dad, the second time, not my dad, my character. Oh God, it was as bad as if it was my dad. The first time he kind of looked okay. The second time he legit had the biggest eyeballs and the most crazy brow I've ever seen. It protruded so much. It's interesting. I like it though, because they do look quite a bit different depending on how you look, which I like a lot. Like, I didn't expect him to look that different, but they don't look anything like default daddy.
No, they don't.
So that's really good. I was pleased with how that turned out. And I didn't spend a lot of time with my sibling, even the second time. I would say the male phases are worse than the female, for sure. I wasn't able to get much out of that. I don't think he looked like my twin at all. I just tried. I tried to make him, like, he has a little bit of darker skin and such, but it wasn't the best preset. But I liked the opportunity to do that. Thus far, we haven't experienced them mentioning Shepard, which why would they? But I haven't seen anything. And I guess we can talk about Sam now because he was spoiler territory. So if you want to comment on your feelings about Sam.
I don't know. The fact that he's like wired into you and experience. I know it's supposed to be symbiotic, but I was like, is he really? I mean, like, he's gaining all these experiences and stuff, but he can't act on them. So isn't he eventually going to be like, when do I get my own body? When do I get to leave? When do I get to experience things for myself and not as a like observer?
Point. Now, I want to bring something up before I forget it, because this goes into Theoryville, but Suvi tells you that the technology that found the Andromeda Galaxy scans to actually know, because a lot of us had that question of like, how the fuck did they see that? You know, like, I don't even believe that those scans were entirely real in my head. But apparently,
you think he falsified them?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it was the Geth. Apparently, their tech. The Geth were looking, and they were advanced enough that they found it. And then we learned from that first memory trigger that Alec was talking about. You know, basically Sam. And I was thinking to myself, what if he did something with the Geth? You know, and that doesn't have to be sinister necessarily. I was just thinking maybe something behind that is, you know, obviously weird, but I was thinking, what if he basically used a Geth? I don't know where I'm going with this, but I hope that's sort of the direction we're going here, because obviously he did some questionable shit. I wouldn't be surprised if those scans weren't entirely real. You know, like I had the theory that they were lured there, you know, but then why? I don't think we had a chance to talk about it, but we now know that the Ket, well, we don't know it from those 10 hours, but we know it from a trailer that the Ket aren't actually from that galaxy, right? Isn't that?
Yeah.
So they're also
visitors. They got here 80 years ago.
Which, P.S., is a much better scenario. They really thought about that. I give them credit because, like, it would be a much shittier situation if they were actually from this galaxy. But knowing they came here and are fucking shit up for whatever reason, it makes it less bad. In my head, I don't feel as shitty about it. So,
well, then I really liked they were like, okay, there might be indigenous like people, and like we need to respect their space and not infringe upon it because it's not our fucking galaxy.
And but pretty easily we have to give up that sort of thing, which was a little much. It's like I chose the options like follow protocol. Oops, I have to adjust my mic.
Yeah, me too.
So we follow protocol, and you know, what I found interesting about those, the beginning, when you're on that plane and walking around Liam trying to find everybody, is that the first time I managed to, I thought, get everything, but I rescued, I think his name is Greer. And
I got him the second time.
Yeah, well, the second time I forgot him, and you can't go back. No. You try to go back and it's like, we're dying. And there's like a thing you physically can't go back, which is something interesting. Which also kind of translates to if you fall off a cliff, you don't die. You just go, you can't leave these boundaries. And I'm like, cool. This is great. Because I did fall off a cliff, and that will happen a lot for me. Yeah. But yeah, so there's things in that first quest, like you can miss Greer, and they're optional. But the second time I found the cave, I didn't find it the first time. With the tree and the dead organic being or whatever that is. And then that got referenced when you get up and find Alec. You say something about that. So I appreciated that. I mean, I like optional stuff like that. I wish I had saved Greer, but either way, I don't think you see him again because he tells you, you know, I'm retired, which is, or he's dead. He retired or he died. Would, you know, if you don't save
Those
him.
are the only options when you're old. You retire or you die.
He's not old.
No, he's not.
But whatever.
I wanted to say something about Sam. Okay, so you know how who's doing the voice acting for Sam? You told me this morning it's a lady, right?
Yeah, it's the lady. She voiced Calpurnia. I think I don't remember her name, to be honest with you, but she did voice Calpurnia in Inquisition.
Okay. Well, here's my like crazy theory. It's bananas, but okay. What if Sam is somehow linked to their mom dying? I'm wondering if it's the same
She
voice
gave
actress
her
for the
her
mom.
life.
No, I mean like what if he's trying to essentially like I don't know, formulate AI so he can somehow bring her back, but not really, but kind of. I don't know. Part of me thinks there's something to do with her and the AI, like, because they keep showing stuff about her disease and then it's interlocked with Sam. And I feel like there's some sort of like, there's something there.
There
and
is,
I'm wondering
for sure.
if they have the same voice actress, because if it is, then it's like, is Sam his mom? Or their mom?
I don't know. I want to say, though, that it was like disorientating that when you have that memory, is it like instantly, or are they like flashing forward in that memory? Or do you literally finish talking with those people and then he looks at the monitor and his wife tells him she's dying? Is that literally how they have it, or is it like a time jump?
I don't know. I wanted to
because I was like,
time
what
jump
the
because
hell?
it's weird.
I was like, you just got a call and she's like nonchalant telling you over the freaking video? What is going on?
Okay, also, you know how when you're making the connection to Sam, there's all these like weird sort of like ghost images
memories.
of like
You're
a
getting
woman.
your daddy's memories. It's for sure. Because there's a telescope and it looked like two kids and the mom or dad. I'm just assuming that those are memories of Alex. I mean, that would be the assumption. Or yours. Either way, you for sure see your mom and children, which you think is you and your twin.
Yeah.
Which will be interesting. I wonder if there'll be like a flashback to your childhood eventually. And how those little children look. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared.
There's only one child in Mass Effect at all, ever.
Oh.
So we'll see.
You know what? When you meet Vetra, he's like, my son is in cryo. How old is his son? Is he an adult? I don't know.
He's 18 but looks 40, like all the biotics in Jack's class.
Okay. I gotcha good.
That's how they do things in Mass Effect.
It's very strange.
We don't believe in children. There's one child and they're dead.
Yeah. So Sam, yeah, I mean, I the first time I forgot to talk to him and you get in, the Tempest. But the second time I did and he told a joke and it was horrible. It was just awful. And like, I didn't even laugh at the horribleness. They seem interesting. I definitely think I really like the idea that we can go into his office and we find stuff, and I'm enjoying that portion. There's little logs. I didn't get to listen to them yet because I didn't want to spend my time doing that quite yet. But, hearing Liara and her correspondence with Alec was really interesting. And I didn't believe for one fucking second that Liara wouldn't have been interested. Like, I didn't believe it. So you lost me there. But, like, she wouldn't be like, I need to get her on this. She so would. But, trying to think. Anything else I want to talk about spoilery?
Sam's just not as, I don't know, he's not as endearing as Edie was. And I think it's
unfortunate. Edie was great though. And every time Edie just got better. I just loved Edie more and more.
But maybe the reason that Sam is kind of bland is because Alec was very like standoffish and sort of whatever.
And
so
maybe he'll get better because he does say that he's essentially going to become a new person now that he's linked to you.
Yeah, and Ryder is very jokey, very like.
I mean, you literally
funny.
are like, you got any humor, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay. Dad was teaching me humor. Okay. So we talked about Sam. Probably some shit happening. Maybe Ellen has more in him than, I don't know. I wonder, did they say what she was dying of? Cancer or strange? I thought they had like really advanced science. Like, I'm not saying people don't die, but I thought there was probably by then some sort of, because we know that you can get like, am I making this up that in the trilogy they mention not vaccinations, but something to help you. I don't know if I'm making sense here, but like I assume they're medically advanced to the point that they had cures for some diseases that we do not currently have.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that they've done a lot of, I don't know, I can't remember at this point, but I feel like a lot of stuff has been cured, essentially, at this point. Because, I mean, I can't remember if it's that cigarettes don't cause cancer or if they've made cigarettes that aren't poisonous. I can't remember which it is.
Why do we need cigarettes? What the hell are we doing?
I don't know, but that's what the elusive man, he's constantly puffing.
Maybe Suvi licking a rock was like a drug thing. I don't know.
I don't know enough about drugs.
Yeah. Who knows?
I didn't know that you inject, God, what is it? I can't even remember which one it is that you inject. I didn't know that until like 2 years ago.
Well, there's a couple you inject that I know of. I'm just guessing. So yeah, I mean, I don't know either, but I just kind of assume that whatever she's dying of has to be something kind of
rough.
I don't know.
Maybe it's Keppel syndrome. Can only Drell get that?
What? Oh, that, yeah. For a minute, I was like, what are you saying? No, probably, like, I'm sure it's something similar humans can get because I don't really know. I don't remember too much about what he said, but I assume that specific syndrome is something they get on their planet from whatever toxin shit they were ingesting. I don't know.
It comes from either too much humidity or not enough. I can't remember which.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly
remember. I barely remember talking to Thane, to be totally honest.
I know. It's
if we're being real.
I mean, it's kind of, all I remember is sunset eyes, and that's it. She had, when you see those fucking sunset eyes in the comic book, you're like, I would be distracted too, but in a bad way, because that is upsetting. They're bad because way. You would think, oh, sunset eyes, but the comic artist who did it, or whoever colored it at least, but also the line art, if it's the same person, which I doubt, but it's bad. I mean, the Drell in the comics look so scary.
They do.
So bad. And the color of the sunset eyes is like muddy, reddy pink orange. It's not attractive.
It's not pretty.
Yeah, you would have thought it was something. You would have thought it was something a little, enticing. I don't know if you were. I don't know. What are their standards of beauty? I'll let them have those. I'm sure she's beautiful in their eyes. But, there's something I was just thinking that we should talk about. And I'm like, bleep, bloop, bleepy, bloop. I wonder where we'll find those other memory triggers. Are they all, I was confused if they were all in his office and we just, like, they unlock, because I think he mentioned that he...
No, there's memory triggers you can find out on EOS. There's, like, a couple, like one, at least one.
I didn't explore yet. I had to turn away from your stream because I wanted to view those things for myself. So I left. I was like, I can't. Because I really didn't do, I found one cave, and that's like it. And everything else I just did main quest. So yeah, that was interesting.
Fair enough.
I feel like there's a lot of exploring to do though, but I'm going to be really slow about it. And I knew that. I'm going to be real slow.
I know something we can talk about. Mm-hmm. We can talk about the data mined fact that we found out that there's two characters who, if you don't romance them, romance each other.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it quite yet. Yeah, apparently BioWare tweeted out a GIF of PB and Jol. Literally, PB had peanut butter and Jol had jelly. And they were like, PB and Jolly. We didn't understand it, but now we do because data miners have found that they apparently Jol, I don't know about this for sure, but he will at some point probably always be like a situation with Kate and Liara where he's like, I have feelings for you. I don't know if that always happens. People are saying it always happens. But I guess what they're going for now is that if you reject him, he will be with PB, which means he will be with PB. Which is interesting. I mean, and they were like, she says she likes things that she hasn't tasted before. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh no, why would you say that? No, I'd forgotten about that. Stop it. Stop. Why are you always the dirty one? God damn it,
sorry.
Cass.
They're like, well, she came out to this galaxy to try new things. What's newer than an Angara?
Jesus,
I'm
stop.
like, I hate you all. Listen, I didn't say it, they did. I'm just reiterating the terrors I saw. I'm not bad about it though. You know, everybody knows I'm not okay. Except the only one I'm okay with is Bull and Dorian. And even so, I don't even know that they would have been the best couple. Like if I was choosing who would have coupled up, I don't know that it would have been them. But like it's the one that I don't think is stupid. And
Yeah.
I find Tally and Garrus upsetting. In fact, when I finally saw that happen in my last playthrough, I was like, Garrus, I fucking hate you. I was so mad at Garrus. I was like, how could you? Because I wanted, Tally. I didn't understand. I was like,
It doesn't bother me, but
yeah, whatever. It bothers me, Tally. You won't love me, but Garrus, really? How could you? So mad.
I just want them to be happy.
I don't care.
Oh my god. I don't care.
I guess
Everyone should be alone.
Yeah, well, I don't know what to say.
Okay.
I'm just bitter about Tally, all right? I'm bitter about that situation.
I know.
So I was mad at Garrus. And
at least they didn't pair up Cora with someone, okay? That would have been...
Yeah,
that
because
really
she's
offensive.
the default for Scat to get it on with, and she's freaky. Damn you, BioWare. Damn you. God, I think I'd be better with that. And what if it was a woman? But then I'd be like, why can't I romance her? Now I'm going down a whole track here, but
well, okay.
I feel I don't know how I feel about it until I play. I have no interest in romancing Jaw, but I do have mild interest in romancing PB. I don't really know, so I'm not really mad. I don't think those things. I don't like them anyway. I really don't. I don't like squad people's getting it on. But apparently it can happen if you don't get with either of them by a certain point. So just a warning. Apparently it won't happen, and I don't know if I know it has to do with the Mako. I don't want to talk about it. Not the Mako, the Nomad. God, that's gonna happen a lot.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, there's a lot of Nomad sex, guys. Apparently.
Oh no!
And by the way, in the files, they call anything sexual the letter 2 and then letter 2, the number 2, and then bone. 2 bone. That's what it's called. So when you see a 2 bone in the files, it's sex.
2 bone. That's disgusting.
I know.
I love it.
So along those same lines, what did you want to say about PB and Joel before I move on? Because I don't want to forget you.
All right. Well, I was gonna talk about like why I kind of like I want to be interested in Joel, but they're at first I was like, oh, I like the fact that their race is all like emotional and they, it's like, oh, they want to hug you, they want to kiss you, they want to punch you. Mm-hmm. And then I was talking to Ryan and he was like, oh no, that sounds like people that are always like fighting or fucking. And I was like, oh my God, you're right.
Wait, do you know who that sounds like to me? Which is a terrible comparison, but oh God, what are they called in Game of Thrones? Although they're not so much, they're not huggers, but the Dothraki. You know how they're like super, like it's not a good Dothraki wedding until 3 people have been murdered at it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so not as
that
much.
That kind of freaked me out. I was like, oh, I don't know if I like that.
Please don't punch me in the face.
Like
Please don't do that. Please don't punch me in the face.
Yeah.
Please, y'all. I'm gonna like him though. I'm pretty sure of. It's just
I
could see myself being mad about him with PB though. I could be like, how dare you? That's my future girlfriend in a playthrough. But, whatever. I don't know why they insist upon doing it. Why don't you use those resources to give me an additional romance for me, the person who bought the game, not this fake character.
So mad.
Whatever. So you're okay with it, or what was your summary of your feelings?
I mean, it's not a big deal. It kind of makes sense with her whole like I want to try new things and I like to do this and I don't know, I live in a whatever. It kind of made sense to me. I was like, I could see them like hooking up at least. I don't know if they get married or something, but like
wink.
Wait, what?
There's nothing I wouldn't do. Wink.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it seems kind of okay. I get it. I don't know if I like it yet, but whatever.
All in time. I mean, if it's just like a hookup, okay. But are they going to fall in love? That makes more sense to me. Are they falling in love here?
I don't see that.
I would feel better about the hookup than I would about falling in love.
Me
but then
too.
There'd probably be weirdness with Jal. I don't know. And there is the question of, well, there's some that we can romance that don't care if we're romancing someone else. So it brings up like, who's into that? Who isn't? I don't know. We're going to find out. I'm flirting with every girl, and then that's probably not going to go well at some point. And then I'll be like, you have to pick one of us. And then they all came up. I'm like, I don't know. No, I'll know. Oh, gosh, I don't know when the lock-in is, but we'll find out. But yeah, I guess I'm loosely okay with it. It'll be strange. I guess it'll be a thing we walk in on probably. And
oh God,
I don't know. Why does this keep happening? I don't want to do it anymore. But we do have some other than the stuff the stuff that's been data mined for like romances we pretty much already knew about. We know who's locked out at who. So our gay male squad mate is Gil, who I like a lot. And then Suvi is our lesbian, even though she doesn't say it yet. But she is only for Sarah in the files. And then obviously our standard heterosexuals trademark is Cora and Liam. That's Cora never saw a woman, never liked a woman. That's Cora, that Harper. Yeah, that's right. And Liam, universally attractive. What's his last name? Costa? Okay, there we go. Sorry. I'm sorry for your name. Then Jal is bisexual. Or I don't know how, he hasn't yet defined it, but he will romance either twin. And PB is also into either twin and Vetra, which is the saving grace of our life, because I would freaking want a refund if Vetra was not available to me, for sure. And I was trying to think, is this the most bi squad mates we've ever had on a BioWare main team?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like, though, there was a rumor that Vetter wasn't supposed to be, that she was supposed to be straight, and that her writer fought for it, and her writer also wrote Liliana, as we've mentioned. So if that's true, then thank God, because if my only two options were Suvi and PB, I don't know how I'd feel about that. I mean,
I don't know. I like that she responded differently to both Sarah and Scott, though.
Which makes me wonder if lines, which is amazing because they're different people. Woo! Yeah. So when you play as either one, you're getting like a different experience. They have different backgrounds. I really love that. So
well, then it also kind of speaks to the whole idea that, you know, personally, it's like a bisexual person. I don't know. I mean, every bisexual person is going to differ, but there's different scales of like, you know, sometimes you prefer men, sometimes you prefer women, sometimes it's 50-50, sometimes it's 10%, 90%, 80%, 20%, whatever, like what you're attracted to. So it makes me wonder if she has like a preference, like if it's easier to romance her as a woman or a man.
You know, she seemed like people are going to get mad at this, but I thought the interactions with Sarah just were better. I don't know.
I agree. Well, she was like, oh, it's nice to be appreciated. And I was like, that's way cuter than when she was sort of like, okay.
Well, he just straight up is like, is there anyone special, right? I don't remember the line.
Yeah, but Scott's like, is there anyone special? And she's like, yeah, she didn't. No, there's no time for that.
I think she was supposed to seem kind of flustered in that. And whereas the other one, she's kind of more confident. And I really liked that because, I love Tally forever, but that was sort of a Tally-like moment. And I don't know if that's like catering to the situation or how she feels, but I definitely felt she was more confident in Sarah. So if that comes out and I interpret that as being more comfortable, then, I mean, you can't do nothing about that. That's my view. That's my view. Don't take it away. So at this point, I think for me, it looks like that's who I'm romancing. So.
Same.
We're in it together. That's the one thing though that I probably won't text you and be like, veteran, I did it, because I don't want to spoil it for you. That's like the one thing, but let's hope it happens. Anything else you want to say about those? Because I was just going to talk about the other side things we know.
Nope, go for it.
So we know that Reyes, who voiced Mailhawk in Dragon Age 2, the guy who voiced him, should I say, voices Reyes. I think his name is Nicholas Bolton or something like that. Reyes appears to be, there's conflicting tales. Some people say he's open for both genders. Some people say he's only for male. I choose to believe he's probably only for male, which, I mean, one of the side options I want to be gay. Okay, I'm just going to be real here. So even if it's for the men, I'm great with it because they could use more. So
they got very, very, I mean, they got nothing until ME3.
I know. Nothing. So I really hope this works out and he's good. But sadly, he looks like a flame. So I wouldn't recommend only pursuing him unless that's what you want.
Don't put all of your eggs in that basket.
I don't know. Just don't put your eggs in it until you know that someday they'll hatch, because otherwise you got dead eggs. You know,
I mean, maybe they'll hatch in the next Mass Effect if they make one.
God, I was so upset about Sloane because I haven't found any evidence that she's a romance, and I wanted it to happen, but you know, the other one is Carrie, and you meet her on the docks of the Nexus. She actually, what freaked me out is that I auditioned and read for the Explorers Wanted voiceover thing to voice a character, and that was the same script. So when I met her and I saw from the files that she is a potential, I think you can go on a date with her, it might be a full romance. She's an Asari. I think she's got a British accent. She looks fine. She's a vid maker. I don't like the journalists in Mass Effect games. So to have a journalist be a side option for a romance, even if it's full, is like weird for me, especially because she was reading the lines that I auditioned with. I was like, I don't know. It was strange. I don't know how I feel about that quite yet, but that appears to be one side romance that's available to both writers. So that's a thing. I don't think it's classified as a fling. And I had the option to flirt with her in my trial. Did you get to do that?
No, I didn't. I mean, the only people I flirted with were Vetra. I didn't flirt with Cora, and I didn't flirt with Gil just because I was like, I don't really want to make either of them
I wanted
uncomfortable.
Posterity, guys. I wanted Cora to understand that Temperance was into her, and I wanted her to feel the shame of breaking her heart. Sorry.
Good.
And she did. Actually, she didn't, but whatever. It's okay. So you only flirted with Vetra or anybody else?
I flirted with Vetra, Lexi. I think I flirted with Suvi, Liam, and is that it?
I didn't do the Liam, but when I watched it, like, how does he react?
He's sort of like, you don't really know me, and I was like, yeah, I know, I'm just flirting with you because I can.
We should talk about the fact that Liam. I told you, but like, I was really surprised by how much I liked. Did we already talk about that? I'm forgetting things. I really liked him though. I thought he was great.
Yeah, we talked about it, but he is great.
And I think it's gonna be good with him. But yeah, I flirted with Suvi, Lexi, and oh god, you can't flirt with PB. And then I guess Carrie and Vetra. So I don't know.
I didn't push PB off. Did you push her off?
No.
I figured that out.
You think I'm gonna push her off? Jesus Christ. No. God. Who would do that? Somebody, yeah, well, listen, me saying that is okay, but when I hear a man say who would push her off, I'm like, you're disgusting. But when I say it, it's like, okay. I don't know what's wrong. But, you know, what can you do, man? Culture. There is the potential that maybe there might be another romance there that might be a doctor, but the files are coded in a way that, like, doesn't mean Doc as in the Doc of the Nexus or Doc as in Doctor. It's probably that they were finding files for Carrie. So there's Carrie and Reyes as flames. And then there's also one that is on the Angara homeworld. At least we think that's what it is. And her name is Curator Avella. And I forget her last name. And it appears she's a romance. And she's an Angara. And all I asked for Well, I asked for many things, to be honest. This is one of the ones that was at the top of the list because I remember asking about it. And I think that she might be the lady in the trailer we saw with Scott, the female Angara. And the fact that we even have the option to flame even a Harding situation with a female Angara is great. And hopefully that happens because I'll be real sad. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it might be setting the, like, because I keep trying to remember that this is supposed to be sort of like
a new world.
Well, that and it's supposed to be kind of like Mass Effect 1 where it like lays the groundwork. And so I'm like okay, maybe we're meeting people who we can't romance yet, but we can in the future games. Like,
Cora
not that they're already deciding that,
me.
but you know, it's a possibility. Like maybe you meet someone and you really like them and you're like, oh, I can't romance them, but maybe in the next game you will.
Like Lexi, she decides we're
them,
too much to resist.
Well, yeah, and the other thing is if you talk to them about the devs and stuff about like, oh, we really like this person, I was really sad that we couldn't romance them. I mean, making fan art and all that sort of stuff. That's the whole reason that Garrus became a romance option, because they never fucking considered it.
And be like,
and Tally,
Cora Harper is bisexual for like a year or two, and then see what happens. Or am I gonna get a restraining order put out? I don't know, but I'll keep trying, man. Why not? Why not? I just want to say, have you tried? Have you considered it? I'm sorry.
But I mean, obviously do it, you know, kind. Don't be mean to them because they're not going to respond to that well.
Be kind.
Not you specifically. I'm talking to our people who are listening.
Yeah.
Because they get salty real fast.
I'm salty,
especially Gamble.
But I try not to be salty in the bad way. Yeah, that's a lot of fun stuff. But I hope they do listen, because I mean, I did see that Ian Fraser put out a thread on the unofficial BSN forum and wanted feedback, and I wrote my feedback, which most of it was about the skin tones and the makeup, because it really unsettled me, and that was my priority. But you can definitely give them your feedback in a constructive and nice way. And I've seen some of that. I've seen some stuff that made me want to throw up too, but you know. So that looks like 3 flames, which, to be honest, doesn't, because they were like, you can do other stuff in the world. And if it's only 3 side situations, I don't know. That doesn't seem like a lot. Like they
made it sound like there were way more. I was like, it's okay. Like there's at least going to be someone that I find that maybe in the next game I'll like.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it. And I'm surprised that the guide hasn't been leaked. That's like shocking. And you know, we have all the files now, and it doesn't mean anything, but nobody's found anything else, you know. Yeah. I look too, and I don't know. I'm happy at least though that I got my female Angara, and people were like, well, I hope it's, you know, non-sexual, and I want that for people, but I also want the other thing. So I don't know. I don't know what that'll be like. Maybe it'll be very sweet and a celibate Angara romance. Oh God.
I kind of wish there were like an option to just be like,
can't you just be like, no? Can't you just say, I don't want to do that?
Yeah, like I really care about you, but I'm not interested in sex. And I mean, maybe they'll
and then I can
say
still
like
have my
I am
times,
or I'm not.
And you don't have to. I don't have to put my sexy times on you. That sounds weird, but I don't have to put them if, you know. Anyway, I don't know. I thought that was an option, but apparently people have commented that I guess it's not. So it sucks. For me, it's like bow chicka bow bow, but it's for them it's not good. And I'm sorry, and I hope they listen to that, because it seems to be a thing I've seen quite a bit. It actually was really funny because I saw somebody who was like really bummed about Suvi being a lesbian. They were like, we both like science and we're dorky, and we also love God. I was like, oh God. So hard. It was so hard on me as an atheist to be like, this is okay. This is okay. Like, this is okay. Oh boy. Yeah. They got, you know, small steps. It's better than, you know, ME1. It's better. And it's better than ME3 somewhat, because I don't know. I'm hoping that there are more romances, but you know.
I thought you could flirt with Callow. I swear,
people
didn't
lied.
they talk about that?
Listen, if there is an option, it's in the future, though. But as far as I know, through the romance, like people who've been looking in the files themselves have said that there is no further ability to flirt with or actually have a relationship with Lexi, Drac, or Callow. That's. But I think probably Lexi and Drac will get it on, and I'll be so mad. Drac, I loved you. Why did you do this to me?
Grandpa, why?
I love that he got that bone. I love him. I really enjoy him.
I love that he reacts differently to you based on Vetra being there or Vetra not
I know.
being there.
I brought her both times. I accidentally brought Liam on the second one, and I was like, Liam, you gotta go. And he was like, oh, I'm so sorry, Liam. I'm sorry. I just need my Vetra. Because, I was the first time I brought her, and yeah, she, I didn't see it without her, though. I wonder, how does that go?
I played without her, and it was weird because I didn't know how to change it. And then I was in there, and I was like, damn it, I meant to bring Vetra. And I was like, oh, well, it's fine. I've never seen what he says if she's not there. Mm-hmm. And he's way more like, okay, I don't have time for this shit. I gotta go.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't see that. Like, I wasn't going to take Vetra with me? What the fuck? Of course I was taking Vetra with me. God. And I'm glad. I really like that they knew each other. We kind of knew that from stuff already, but I thought that was interesting. And I like it. People have, like, relationships, and it feels good. And I can't wait.
I love that she knows everybody,
I know.
Basically.
And I can't wait until the Nexus opens up. I don't know if you have the opportunity to see her on the docks and talk to her.
Mm-mm.
Okay, you can go, and she just there are some conversations you can have with, and you pick one line, and then it's very short. It's not like a cutscene or anything, but she's basically still looking out for the Nexus, like she watches people move crates around and drop them. It's just really funny. I appreciated it. So I like that. For some reason, I couldn't talk to Cora when she was hanging out with Tan, but I don't know what's up with that. Maybe later.
It makes me wonder if it's going to unlock because maybe you talk to her and it's too, I don't know, maybe she's got like missions or something that we can't get to yet. Because I was like, that's weird. Maybe. You can talk to everybody but her. I don't know.
Yeah, I swear some of the like quests that you have when you go to EOS don't open up until you've already left for EOS and then come back. Maybe I'm just doing things weird, but I don't know.
I'm gonna start over from the beginning when it comes out.
Really?
So.
Oh man, I got up to the point and I was like, I'm gonna go from here. But I still got a lot of side content to do, so I'll be slow. I can't wait for it though. I'm like, can I just pass the days? How many? It's 4 days. It'll be 3 days tomorrow. Can't come soon enough. Just really can't.
No, for real.
So we covered romances, and is there anything else spoilery? Because it's really not that much. I mean, I really appreciated the mobility of having to jump around. I had already kind of seen it in the PAX play, but like using the jumpy thing to scan stuff, that took me a while the first time though. I could not find shit. It was kind of annoying to find those glyphs because you have to use your brain. Use your little brain, and then you have to solve puzzles. And these puzzles, I wouldn't say they're annoying, but like because they were squares, I got a little confused. Like, does that mean you can't repeat the symbol within the 4?
It's basically Sudoku. Have you ever played Sudoku?
I hate Sudoku. I'm fine with this.
That might be why you didn't like it.
I'm fine with this. It's not like difficult or anything. I did accidentally fail the first time. I must have had the wrong symbol, and I got attacked. And that was fine. Yeah.
Whoops.
That was fine, but I can't wait until we actually recruit Drac and PB because that hadn't really happened yet. And I was curious how Drac will get in. Does he come in? And he's like, what the fuck is going on here? Is that what happens? And then he's like, you need me, damn it. You need me. You're stupid. And I'll be like, yes, Daddy, I'm stupid. You're my new daddy. But not in a weird way.
You're my new dad. Not in a sexual way.
Yeah, he's my new dad.
You're my new dad.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I always got offended when I see people call Vetra Space Mom. I'm like, you shut your mouth. Shut your little mouth. I'm going to shut it for you. Shut it. God. Because it's like not the same. Like, it's just
she
fun.
reminds me honestly of I based my character Lelia after this, but and so they kind of remind me of each other weirdly enough, but she reminds me of the mom from Fantastic Mr. Fox, where her whole like the tagline I used or like that she says is, if what I think is happening, it better not be. And that kind of reminds me of her, where it's like, I don't know, she's funny, but she also seems like she could get shit done, and also she knows more than she lets on, and I don't know, I love her.
Yeah, she seems a little more what's the word? Not reserved. I don't know.
Controlled?
I expected her when that guy walked up, like, you can't leave or whatever, to like, I was like, punch him, veteran. She was like nice and compassionate. And I was like, oh, wow, you're a better person than me. Cool. I'd be like, I'm going to punch you. But she's like, I'll wake your kid up. And I'm like, oh, well, that's a new angle. You mean compassion? I just thought I was going to like threaten someone. Okay. And then you can be like impressed. And I like Cora. My favorite thing I think of the playthrough was when Cora, when you're boarding the Tempest, she's like, wow, finally someone who gets shit done, basically. Is what she said. I was like, yeah. Cora, you and me both. And that's when I knew I was also in love with Cora. I knew it before, but I also knew it in that moment. Anyway, tough times.
So I see where they're coming with the mom thing, because she seems like, it's like, oh, I'm compassionate, but I also, if you cross me, I will fuck you up. And that reminds me of like moms.
I know, but anyways. I'm so used to it being like almost what's the word? I don't know words. A like mean comment. I don't know. Call her the shit mom. I don't want to date the shit mom, you know? So that kind of puts me in a weird head mood. I don't want to date my mom.
People have said that?
The shit mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've called her the ship mom. I think that's her like forum title. And it upset me. And I actually tweeted at her writer and I was like, what do you think of people who think that? And she's like, I think she said something about people who put peanut butter on something weird, on fish or something. I don't remember the comment.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. I remember.
So she didn't think
like,
that was true either.
Yeah. No.
In a nice way.
I get kind of where they're coming from, just from the whole like.
But you need to broaden
but
your
also
view of women
up,
in general. You mother.
I wouldn't say she's like motherly at all.
And that's not how I feel. So I reject it, and I hate that that's her forum title, because I don't want to go in there in that thread. I don't want to condone this use to put her down. Damn it. Anyway, I'm still sad she's not a lesbian, but you know what? I'm happy for everyone, but I'm sad for myself. I wanted it. You know, it is like a bitter thing, especially with this release, that people were just so fucking shitty that I just wanted to like punish them. Oh, I wanted to punish them so bad. I also wanted representation, but I also wanted to punish them. That's right. I wanted to hurt them. I wanted to squeeze them and like crush their bones into dust.
Oh my God.
God. So I was angry. I feel better now. But at least she's an option, and I'm happy. We all win. Mm-hmm. Is anyone straight anymore? Sorry. I'm gonna fucking say that every podcast. Is anyone straight anymore? Can you show me a straight?
Where are they?
I don't see them. I have my binoculars. I'm looking at the Tempest. God.
Oh my God, we've been talking 2 hours.
I know. Okay, let's move forward. So we talked about romances. We've talked about daddy. Daddy died. I'm sorry I was a dick daddy, but you probably did bad stuff. We don't have proof.
He's a bad man.
You were probably a bad man, but you did save us. Thank you. Our brother is comatose.
He did save us.
Or no, maybe he's... I don't know. He's something. He's had some shit going on. Now, we do know from the trailer, the cinematic trailer with that music that I couldn't get on my fucking head, and I didn't like it, but we do know that I think the Hyperion gets like taken, or at least people from it, because like in the trailer, Sarah was taken with the Captain Dunn or whatever. The Archon, I think, takes him, which I don't know when that happens. I thought that would happen at the beginning of the game, which technically we are. It's just, I don't know when that happens, and I'm kind of confused about that. It was a weird thing to put in the trailer because it's left me like, what? What's going on? Huh? I don't have any idea what that is, but hasn't happened in the 10 hours. So I guess our twin wakes up and then they get kidnapped. I don't know. It's so weird.
That's rough.
I know, right? So maybe they never find out dad is dead, or they're just kidnapped and brutally slain. I know. Like, at this point, I don't trust anything. Maybe Jaw dies, dudes. I don't know. Because they said nobody died, but somebody died. It's a lie. Yeah. It's a damn lie.
Although I'm kind of wondering if they're going to, like, because they said that they were stealing bodies, so I'm wondering if they're going to, like, resurrect him in their weird image or something creepy.
I saw that and I was like, no, probably. Like, from the thing we know, when they introduced Jaw at an IGN exclusive, they talked about how they'd been, hurting the Angara basically, and like, did they say like converting, or is that what you meant? Like converting their body or some shit?
Yeah.
Like we saw in the previews, it looked like a Krogan and like a chrysalis or a tank or some shit.
Yeah.
So
I'm wondering if they take Alec's body and that's why he's not dead.
Oh fuck yeah. I don't like it. Maybe, but they have a hologram. I don't know. Did they retrieve his body? I think they said
I don't know. They didn't talk about that.
It's like Jan. Did we talk about Jan yet? Jean? I'm so mad about that because you and I both read, I skimmed through, but you read the first, the Nexus Uprising.
Yeah, the first couple chapters.
And they mentioned that Jan had woke up, right? Like both of us remember that happening.
They said that because Sloane Kelly comes across the room where Jan's cryopod and all of her like inner circle were, and they were all empty. Mm-hmm. Like they had been opened and they were empty, and then that's kind of where it cut off. So that implies
that
if they were dead.
Like I pictured all the council up, plotting shit and looking around. And then I thought something went wrong. So them saying that she died in her pod does not make sense. So I don't know what's going on. I'm so bummed about that because, I mean, even if...
It makes me wonder if they're covering something up. I mean, we've already seen that stuff's shady on
so
the
the whole reasoning behind that and all the problems like the Hyperion and the other, at least the Nexus when they came in, is that Scourge, whatever the fuck that is. I'm confused about it. I don't understand the weather thing is. I don't understand any of it, frankly. And I just hope it makes sense because at this point I'm just like, this is like fuzzy cotton candy black shit. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what their goal is. I know that's the point, but I haven't really spent a lot of time speculating. Do you have any theories about the Archon? Why is he there? What is he doing?
To put basketballs in.
God, Becca, be serious. This is our serious podcast. What the hell?
When has it ever been serious?
Well, God, I'm here to talk about serious matters and you're ruining it.
We're basically two clowns that have microphones. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Damn it. God, we're never going to win that podcast award. God. Whatever.
I don't think we'll ever be accepted by our community either.
No, I don't think so. It's okay. What does that even mean? What is our community? People have been really nice though, so I'm pretty good with it. People are tweeting like, "Oh, we listen to your thing. It good-ish." I'm gonna say thank you. Thank you for the compliments. Merci.
I always feel uncomfortable because I want to be like, I'm so sorry. Yeah. I'm so sorry that you listened to it.
I mean, there's probably worse. Let's be real. There's probably a worse thing going on out there. So the Scourge is the thing. Jin, I don't want her to be dead. I'm just disappointed. Like, I don't understand showcasing her and picking a voice actor who I really like and I would like to hear and meet. It's weird. I wouldn't have made that choice. I don't think the term fridging is appropriate, or is it? I don't know words. I don't know what that even means. But I just don't like the fact that she's gone. I'm mad about it and bitter. And I hope
she died off screen.
I know.
It's not even like we get the emotional impact or anything.
I kind of wanted us to see before we left. that was like a big want for me, because I feel like BioWare suffers in the way that not having the prologue of like getting us into it, like, whoa, like seeing them decide to do it as like a family and be like, this is my, I would have loved like a leaving. It didn't have to be long, but they didn't do that. And I was kind of disappointed. Because I feel like we're jumping in and we're hearing about it, but I like show don't tell. So show me this kind of happening and then us leaving, but didn't happen. I thought that the opening was a little bit weak, just a little bit. And you get into it and it gets stronger, but I think the opening seeing Cora and everybody on the ship was a little weak. But you know, I mean, I don't make video games. What do I know? I just, play them and stuff. I don't know. Wow, getting rambly here, but yeah, neither of us are happy about Jan Garson at all. And conspiracy, she is a cat. She's the Archon. I swear to, I know, that's where my mind goes. It's not possible, but in my head, maybe to feel better. I'll put it
okay,
at that.
I also want to understand, like, all right, so did the other arcs already come out? Because we're 14 months late.
We didn't even talk about that.
What's the? Did they explain why we're 14 months late? Like, is it because like exponentially over 600 years it increases? Like, we leave a few seconds after, but those seconds like exponentially.
No, I don't think
gain
that's it
into,
at all.
A year and a half?
I don't understand it, but. Because in the footage we saw, the arcs were all like, the point was that they had like fighters with them, right? Like defending them until they reached. So we would have been along the same time. Obviously they mentioned the Korean arc that also had other species, and that one had to be delayed because of their needs. I don't know what the fuck that was about. AK, you're not going to see in this game.
There better be DLC. That's all I got to say.
That's what we're hoping. We're hoping there's a Korean arc DLC. But the big thing we didn't talk about last time that people were acting like wasn't a spoiler, but I considered it a spoiler, was that the 3 other arcs are missing. And that's a pretty big thing. Like, oh God, what's his name? Krynos mentions it. Like every time you talk to him, he's like, no word on the Turian arcs. So it's a big deal. And like, as far as the timeline, I honestly don't know. I don't know why we're 14 months late. Like, I don't know. I mean, is the cotton candy shit stopping us up? Is it like a plug in the universe? And that, I don't know. I don't understand.
I don't get it.
I don't know how we're going to find them either. Like, I do also kind of wonder if maybe like the arcs, no, if they crash, they'd find a way. Like, where are they? I don't know. I'm fascinated to find that out. I won the game now. I need to know. But we do at least find the well, it is technically a spoiler. No, I shouldn't say that. We do look for them. There we go.
Well, you can say spoilers in this.
Oh, okay.
This is the spoiler section.
We do find the Turian and Solarian arc. I would assume that all in one playthrough. It's not like you have to choose. It's not like Sophie's Choice. I think we find them. I mean, I would hope. Poor people.
Wait, the Turian and Solarian or the Asari and Solarian?
No, Turian Solarian. I haven't heard anything about the Asari arc. I have heard about like the Krogan ship that Drac apparently is like his loyalty mission. Finding his peoples or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, because they left the Nexus.
So yeah, anything else? Oh, while I'm here, that guy that tells you that there's a sabotaged, like somebody sabotaging the power things, like that doesn't show up in my log. It's so weird. I don't know, because I was trying to figure out. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to do the quest, and after I talked to him, I couldn't figure out what to do, and I tried to look in my log, and it wasn't there. So there's a learning curve with that. I don't really understand what the hell I'm supposed to do. So I kind of just was like, all right, bye, and I exited.
I feel like you just scan.
I opened up my scanner and there was nothing. I don't know.
I can't remember. I'll have to think about it.
It's okay. It's just I didn't have the time, and I was like, I'm not going to spend a half hour on this.
There were lots of things where I was like, I don't have time for this.
Yeah,
I gotta go
put a necklace on a rock somewhere, which I didn't do yet, but I guess that's a thing. Who knows? Anything else? I feel like as soon as we finish, like, oh, I hate the tram time. I hate that view. It's not very pleasant. The galaxy map is a little slow, but it's beautiful. Like, I appreciate it, but I think they could speed it up maybe about 20%, and that would improve my experience a little bit.
Agree.
But it's still really beautiful. Like, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, these stars. But it does take a while, and it could do a little. So tram and that is kind of annoying. It took me a hot minute to be like, oh wait, you select one of these bubbles and you can go like to a place on the Nexus. It's like an elevator basically, but I'm stupid. I didn't realize it.
No, I didn't get that either. I kept just pressing E because I was like, oh, it tells me where I need to go. And then it was like, of course it doesn't. It's got different levels, dum-dum. Yeah, I didn't get that either.
Yeah. I'm wondering, it'll probably happen, but I'm assuming we'll open up way more levels of seeing like all the people in cryo, or are we just supposed to assume they're in storage that we can never see? I don't know. It's
I think we're all supposed to be able to. I don't know.
I want to open up some freaking cryopods soon. I'm gonna open all those techies and those science people and be like, come, my friends, help me. We're building a world.
I'm excited about going to the lounge.
Oh,
we get to
me
go to the
too.
lounge and there's karaoke and shit.
I'm gonna have a drink with Suvi and we're gonna screw shit up in here in this Nexus place. We're gonna screw
Throw rocks.
Yeah, we're gonna lick some rocks.
Lick them.
Lick all the rocks.
Yeah.
Is that called the Vortex? Is that right?
Yeah, Vortex Lounge, I think.
Wow. What was the one called in the other games? The
Cora's Den?
No, the other place. I swear it had a name.
Afterlife?
Yeah, Afterlife. God, that wasn't good.
That's the name of my Wi-Fi.
Oh my God.
That's my Wi-Fi network, is Afterlife.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's good stuff. So yeah, not much in that regard, but I thought the Nexus was pretty, and I was trying to think of complaints. I think we talked about our complaints.
Yeah, it's like I want to be positive at this point, but there are things that pissed me off. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like a lot of the stuff people have been complaining about,
I'm not mad. I really enjoyed it. I was pretty. Not pleasantly.
I'm ready for more.
Good. Yeah, me too. I'm so ready. Could someone, could I just, can you just release early maybe? Let me in there. Let me have the love. But we'll be good babies. It'll be Tuesday soon enough. Tuesdays with Andromeda. It's a beautiful time.
Mine opens up Monday at 11 p.m.
Wait, so it's on Eastern time, so I'll be able to play it at midnight? Is that the assumption?
So, because I'm central.
Obviously that's my all right, well then midnight I'll be playing and I won't get any sleep. I'm going over in my head if there's anything else we didn't talk about. Oh, people are really into Dr. Carlisle. They want to boink him real bad.
Wait, who? I didn't even see him.
The doctor, the one that's that was supposed to be on our
Harry?
show. No. Wait, is that his first name? I don't know.
Is he friends with Lexi?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Harry.
Oh, I thought you said Perry. I was like, who the fuck is Perry?
No, sorry, Harry. Harry with Carlisle.
Who is he?
No.
Yeah, Harry.
No.
But his name is Carlisle, I believe.
People want to boink him?
They want to boink him real bad. People are like, oh, is he our gay romance? Our other gay male romance? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I want it for them if they want it.
Yeah.
But I'm not personally invested in it. But still, people are into him, like real into him. I know.
Just goes to show you, BioWare never can. It would be hard to like guess who people are gonna like, but yeah, I'm always surprised. Like they're like, someone wants to kiss them. Why? It's like
I kind of hope that you show up at Bird. I kind of hope you show up at the bar and there's like somebody you can get it on with.
I hope so too.
Birdie, it's okay. You're making me have to edit, dude. Oh, she probably sees a squirrel. I'll cut this out. It's okay. Everything's fine. Oh, since I'm cutting that anyway, I mean, what do we have to? We talked about that and that and that.
I feel like we pretty much covered it all.
Yeah, there wasn't much, and I think we stretched out real good. We stretched out real good.
Yep. We can do our plugs and our unplugs. Do we want to divide this into two? We could honestly do like a spoiler-free one and then a spoilery one.
Well, the
Or do we
problem
just
is
wanna
I
keep
feel
it
like
one?
we didn't talk about, like, a lot of the character stuff wasn't spoilery. So
That's true.
Yeah, so I kind of want to keep it one because, but I mean, we could. I'm just kind of lazy and I don't give a crap. I know that we'll have more to do in 2 weeks, you know, like we'll want to make another one. So if you're okay with it, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I just was trying to basically stretch it if we could, or if you wanted to.
Yeah. If I had been more structured about talking about people, then I'd be like, yeah, but like we talked about people first, like silly.
Yeah, definitely. Like no, silly. I agree that it'll make more sense as one. I was just like, well, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I'd rather keep it one. It's fine if it's just really long. Yeah. I'm sure people will like that. The Korean one was short.
Yeah. Yeah. God, and no more Korean content. I'm so sad.
God damn.
Okay, then let's do our plugs. I have mine on hand. I'm just going to do one. I'm not going to go on tangents. My plug is Broad City because I liked it a lot and it was really funny and enjoyable. And I probably need to watch it again because I was kind of not paying attention, but it was really distracting and good. And I love Alana. I'm just like in love with her. She's really cute and it was a great show and it made me laugh. And yeah, that's my plug. Becca?
I am plugging Steph Sanyati's YouTube channel. She's a trans lady and she talks about trans issues and she likes games, like she plays video games and I don't know, she's just really funny and really fun and I just really like her channel.
Yeah, you turned me on to her and I quite enjoy it as well. Good plug. Good plug.
She's
I always
great.
say that, but this is when the word good really applies. Good plug. Unplug is straight Cora Harper. You knew it. You knew it was my unplug. It's my unplug.
I did.
It's my unplug for 100 million years. Unplugged. Done. You will not fool me again, BioWare. Never again will I look upon a character with even somewhat straight hair that's human and say, this time will be different. It is never different. Never. Unplugged. Okay, go ahead.
No problem. This is good. I'm unplugging... I'm unplugging pill, like those Monday through Friday AM PM pill things. Why are they always ugly? I want a cute one.
Yeah.
Is it possible?
There should be a heart-shaped one, you know, that's like perfectly divided into 7. This could be arranged.
Thinking about maybe buying some and like bedazzling the shit out of them and then selling them.
Yeah, what can you do though to that? It is a good point that they're pretty ugly, and every time you open one, you feel about 90 years old. But you know what? 90-year-olds shouldn't feel that shitty. Okay, this is shitty. No. Shitty. Okay. They do have like pill boxes though that were always cute. Like people used to keep their, you know, sometimes illegal drugs in little boxes, and then there's the pill little things. I have some of those, so I mean they're not individual, like you can't really tell. They're not like, but you could probably put like 7 different, like I'm just thinking of a scenario, you could have 7 different rows, you know, in a little box. It's worth looking into.
I don't know. I have too many pills. I have to take like I'm supposed to take like 4 pills in the morning and then
it's a big
3
it's
pills
a big
at
old
night.
box. It's a big box.
Yeah, so it's like and I have to keep them separate with AM and PM or else I can't remember if I took them because I have a fucking horrible memory. Yeah. So I just want some cute ones. That's all I'm asking. I mean, I don't feel like I'm asking for much.
People don't really give a shit about making, you know, people who need medical help feel classy and cute. Do you know what I saw though that's nice is that post that went around, somebody who was designing scrubs that weren't like not scrubs, hospital gowns that weren't that was so nice, because that is something like, if you're sick, it's bad enough that you're fucking sick, but if you don't get the opportunity to wear anything comfy or cute or anyway, so they're like hospital gowns that are like fashionable as they can be, and some are really cute, so that's good. It's good stuff. See, you can make people feel better. You don't have to make them feel uglier than they already feel inside what they're paid. No, I don't know. But I'm just saying, they don't often, not that there's anything to glamorize, but they don't, you know, put enough effort into being like, well, this can also maybe be pretty, and you can see your pink pillbox and feel pink. I don't know.
Just a little less shitty.
A
That's
little
all I'm
less
asking.
shitty about your
Like,
pills or your hospital gown.
yeah, exactly. Like, if I have to, suffer with
Maybe
chronic
there's
pain,
puppies.
can't I at least, like, have a cute pillbox? Like, something? I don't know.
Be nice, but maybe it exists. If you know of it existing, this is a good time for me to plug our Twitter. You can find us at Ginger and Red Hot. Ginger and Red Hot, like the candy. Someday we're going to have to find a handle that actually is our podcast, but, that day seems not going to come because, yeah. I remember when we were thinking of names, our other one was Omni Babes, but seriously, there's already an Omni Babes, and it's like pornographic.
What the hell?
So,
Ew.
yeah, and they have that Twitter, and we were like, we don't want to be confused for porn ladies on Twitter that aren't even ladies, probably. And I felt real bad. So someday but yeah, for now we're Ginger and Red Hot. My personal Twitter is Elvin Tempest. And yeah, my playthrough, I'm putting clips up kind of all throughout of my writer because I'm so proud of her. She turned out so good. Someone at
She's so cute.
Someone at BioWare was like, this is one of my favorite writers I've seen. And I'm like, it's true. I don't know what to say. She's beautiful. I love her so much. I can't talk about it. I'll get emotional because she's so pretty. Anyway. And you, what are you sharing? Your Twitter handle? Twitter?
Oh yeah. My Twitter handle is GlitterFangArt.
Good stuff. And
my YouTube is Becca Bloop on it.
Is it?
So I mean, if you want to watch me, I still need to finish uploading all of Mass Effect 1 and the part of Mass Effect 2 that I've finished. And then I need to finish that playthrough. Maybe that's what I'll do to pass the time the next 3 days, because I just want to hibernate until Andromeda comes out.
At this point, I feel like if I went back, I'd be a little depressed because I want to play it. Damn it, I want Andromeda, but it's okay. I can survive. But yeah, my YouTube is Elvin Tempest, and I'm uploading just some clippy stuff. I uploaded my full trial stuff, and yeah, that's it. So we're done for this week. We probably won't be recording until both of us have finished the game. Probably. So,
but that won't take me very long because I have a problem.
And me probably either, but I'm going to try to do as much content as I can find in game and explore. So we might record earlier, but we're still on our bi-weekly schedule. So, loose schedule. We hope you guys enjoy it. And I would say we recommend it. Like, I don't know, Booker, would you recommend it? It's been like 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Would you recommend this game? Okay. All right.
Yep.
I would not recommend it if you want a life. But otherwise, play Mass Effect Andromeda. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, bye.